Good evening and welcome to the Game Day Phone-In on talkSPORT. I'm your host, Jamie O'Hara, and alongside me, for the first time in 2026, Jason Cundy.
Up the Chelsea.
Up the Chelsea. This show by the fans, for the fans. Get calling in right now. 03 717 22 3344. Big day at the bottom of the Premier League. Wolves finally get their first win of the season. They've done something against West Ham, and they were brilliant. You can have your say that. West Ham fans, though, oh my word. How bad is your football club? I cannot believe how bad it's got. You can get involved in the show. I want to hear from you. Forest fans, do we need to talk about Sean Dyche? 4 straight defeats since he thrashed Spurs. Elsewhere, Brighton, they eased past Burnley. Meanwhile as well, Old Firm, well, Celtic 1, Rangers 3. Wilfred Nancy's lost 6 of his first 8. We're going to talk about the shambolic Chelsea.
Up the Chelsea.
The shambolic Chelsea.
Chelsea. Club World Champion. Just have it right. Club World Champion. Just introduced like that.
Shambles.
Club World Champion.
Of a football club. We'll keep you up to date. Another crucial game in the 5:30. It is Bournemouth and Arsenal in Abrahams. Is in the South Coast for us.
And we played 3 minutes. Arsenal are currently goalless here at Bournemouth, but they've got the ball on the attack down the right-hand side. Spun across the penalty area. Bournemouth had a chance inside the opening minute, but it wouldn't just fall for Antoine Semenyo. For Arsenal, though, they're building nicely this time down the left-hand side with Declan Rice. We've played 3 minutes. It's still Bournemouth 0, Arsenal 0.
Yeah, let's have your say on your team today.
Mate,
West Ham.
World Champions, by the way.
Absolute shambles.
Club World Champions.
Shambles from you lot. What's happened to Chelsea?
What do you mean, what's happened to Chelsea?
What's happened to Chelsea?
Let me look at the league table.
Hold on.
Let's just have a look.
Let's have it right. Right?
No, hold on 1 second. No, just 5th.
No, I don't care you're 5th.
Disappointing.
I don't care you're 5th.
Disappointing.
Right? You've sacked your manager.
No, we didn't sack him.
Well, he's walked because whatever's happened, he's gone.
Okay.
Maresca's gone.
We have parted company.
Oh, party.
No, just saying, just use the right terminology.
Parted company. What a load of old. He wanted to leave. You wanted him out because you want a yes man in charge. Yep. What has happened to your club? What has happened? You're an absolute shambles.
Well, it's not been a good week. I'm going to give you that.
Good week.
It's not been. In fact, it's not been a good month. In fact, it's been a terrible month. We went into December actually really buoyed. And we've been terrible in December, mate. And it's ended up with Maresca going from December the 12th being named manager of the month from November. 3 weeks later, he's parted company. only at Chelsea could this happen, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, look, you're a basket case of a football club, but you have been for a long time. But this just feels... Chelsea fans are not happy, right? They are not happy with what's going on at the football club. And it does feel like a bit of a mess, Chase. I know there's a project and a way they want to do things, and I get that. But this just feels so messy.
Well, it is a mess. You know, as soon as a manager goes, it's always going to be a mess. You know, that you don't want, especially halfway through the season. And it's unravelled. Well, from what we can see on the outside, it's unravelled very, very quickly. But if you do a deeper dive, if you do some of the research and look at articles and so on and so forth, this has been happening for quite some time, and it's been unravelling, but it feels like it's unravelled so quickly and so dramatically that, as I said, we've gone from beating Barcelona, being the better side against Arsenal, by the way, and I was disappointed with the draw. And then you go into December, Leeds away was a disaster team selection, which if you now has been transpired that maybe he's had to pick a team based on what the medical team have advised him and told him to do. And he go out to Bournemouth, you're like, oh my God. And then the Everton, and then after the Everton game, then you hear the comments. I mean, in between that was Atalanta. That was Atalanta. I think it was Atalanta. And then but the results and performances have not been good enough, mate. I can't dress it up. It's been a disaster of a December. Everton, we win 2-0. And then he comes out with the 48 hours, the worst 48 hours of my life at Chelsea. And then you're thinking, why's he come out and said that? Well, then you fast forward. That was week before Christmas. You go another 2.5 weeks ahead and he's gone. So there's been lots going on behind the scenes. He's not happy. He didn't do the presser the other day when we come in after the game against Bournemouth. He was ill, apparently. Apparently he wasn't. No. And it's we are where we are, I'm afraid, and there's going to be another manager, and it looks almost certainly that's going to be...
Well, look, I really want to get into you with Liam Rosenior and everything that's going on at Chelsea, but I want to talk West Ham, because we've got West Ham fans phoning in.
So keep the violin going.
Might as well keep the violin going, because let's go to Reese, who's a West Ham fan. All right, Reese?
Oh, it's...
God, quite a bit, we're fifth in the league and you're playing the violin music.
This is for you, Reese.
What about Lincoln City home next year?
No, this is for you, Reese.
Lincoln City home next year. It's exactly what Sullivan and Brady deserve. Sitting in their little padded heated seats, watching Lincoln City at home in front of 34,000 and 62,000 seat stadium. I can't wait for it. It's going to be quite funny to see, and they deserve every second of that game. Absolute charlatan. Terrible.
Reese, look, I've been saying for quite some time, Jamie's been mocking me, and it looks like he's going to be right. I didn't feel that league position actually represented what I felt that West Ham should be. But on today's showing, mate, no, it is absolutely terrible, mate. It's terrible.
We've been
terrible.
Absolutely right. We spent 800 million in 6 years, right? That's how much we've spent. And we used to have players like Tito Kehrer, Champions League player, Kudus, Champions League player, Emerson, Champions League player now. Who else? Schumacher, Champions League player. We've replaced these players with Somerville, Magassa, and we've got two kids playing in Pots and Skulls. They're not good enough at the moment to carry the can of fighting relegation. Like, what is that lineup today? See that starting lineup today? Mm-hmm. It's the most Championship 11 I've ever seen in my life. And Nuno, he's got to be having a laugh, isn't he? He takes Wilson off as soon as Brighton equalised the other night because he can only play 60 minutes. Then he's on for 80 minutes and don't even bring this new Pablo fella on, who we paid £25 million for, which I think you could buy the whole club of Gil Vicente for 25 million quid. And I would pay 25 million for this nobody from Portugal because it's Nuno Mendes, who's Nuno's mate. We're just a shambles. David Sullivan hasn't got a clue how to run a football club. Again, we're taking suggestions from Mendes how to sign players now. We need the director of football to come into this club, get rid of Sullivan, and we should fire Nuno tomorrow and get Carrick in and prepare for the Championship. That's what we should be doing. Cancel this Castellanos fella, another nobody we're paying over the odds for. Get Carrick in, get some decent quality Championship level players.
Hold on, Nuno's a good manager in the Championship, mate.
Well, he's only been good. He's won 2 games in 15 games for us now. Yeah, but he's not a good manager for us.
That's the Premier League. In the Championship, he absolutely stormed it with Wolves.
Right, so the idea of getting out of the Championship is being in the Premier League. So he's not good enough in the Premier League. So we need to get a manager who's actually going to attack. We've had no shots on target. And, again, say it's a Spurs fan, you're going to mock me. It's a bit of a cup final today. Forest have lost earlier this afternoon. How are them players not up for that game? If we win both these games, we go out the relegation zone. And we put a performance in like that. No shots on target. Bowen strolling about. 2 kids in the middle. It's an absolute joke. And Nuno, how can he not get players up for this game? That's my worry with him. How can you not get them up for it? It's a massive game, and we've just gone...
Wolves are good, though, Reece. Wolves are good.
They're not good, mate.
No, they're a good side, mate. They look all right today, Reece.
Jay, they're not a good side.
Run all over you.
They did run all over, but they're not a good side, mate.
They just looked at you and thought...
They're not a good side. They're not a good side.
These are rubbish. Oh, there's a goal at Bournemouth. Ian Abraham.
Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 0. Oh my word, when you consider how great the Arsenal defence is. I mean, Saliba and Gabriel, best two defenders in the entire universe. Well, they've absolutely made a muck up here. Gabriel has tried to pass it back to Raya. Raya's not even in his goal. It's gone nowhere near either Raya or another Arsenal player. It's gone straight to Evan Nielsen, and he's just tapped it into an empty net. It's one of the most un-Arsenal-like goals that Arsenal will ever concede, but boy was it fun to watch. Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 0, Evan Nielsen with a goal, assist from Gabriel.
He's scuffed that. He ain't meant that part. He's obviously
he ain't meant it, is he?
But he ain't got
Evan Nielsen in on goal.
No, but he ain't playing back to Raya. He's looking to go forward. He's looking to pump that ball beyond,
and
he scuffed it with his heel.
I don't know what.
That's not a pass to Raya. I think he's looking to play the ball beyond Evan Nielsen. It's a terrible pass. Scuffs off the inside of his heel, Cundy. but he's just got his pass all wrong, and he's paid with the ultimate price.
Well, game on. What a game that's going to be. We'll get back to Moose whenever we get some big chances. 1-0 Bournemouth, though, against Arsenal. Just going back to West Ham fans. Obviously, Reece, thanks for your call. He's not happy. Let's go to Steph, who's a West Ham fan. All right, Steph?
Right, Steph.
Hi. Where do I start?
Lions.
Let's start with... No.
Just give us an iron, Steph.
Come on, Steph.
Just give us one iron.
Irons. There you go. A tired Irons. Let me tell you something. Make do and mend has finally caught up with West Ham, right? This goes back about 3 seasons when we just did not do the recruitment properly. And now we've had multiple managers in as a result of our inability to win games because the managers just haven't got a tune out of the cobbled together team that we end up with. And now we're here. So what do? Well, we look at Wolves because they drew with United last week and they absolutely ran all over us today. And their defence made us look amateurish. Okay, so the first thing you've got to look at is why have we bought a striker when our defence is so poor? And you've got to look at Kilman.
No, but you needed a striker, though, Steph. You do need a striker.
You need players everywhere.
We could do without conceding goals to start with. We haven't kept a clean sheet for months.
You've got Mavropanos playing at centre-half. Got ice skates on every time I watch him play.
You know what? Today, as soon as Kilman got the ball, he was booed. All right? Now,
that's probably the Wolves fan and West Ham fans from the sound of it.
Probably. But to pay 40 million for Kilman because he was a present for Lopetegui. And he has just not performed whatsoever. But more importantly, we can't score from corners. We're disorganised at set pieces. We just don't seem to have any structure. We've got a beginnings of a midfield with Fernandez, who does put himself about a bit. And I disagree, actually, with Reece. I thought the two boys put themselves out there today. And Scholes especially had a real mare a couple of matches ago, and he's come back. And Potts as well. Now, he was hooked at half-time, but it made little difference by then because we were just... You know what?
Yeah, but Reece isn't saying that he doesn't like the two young lads, but what he's saying is you're in a relegation scrap and you're relying on young kids who, quite frankly, probably ain't quite ready to play Premier League football in a relegation fight.
Because of make do and mend, and also the fact that unfortunately Pekesa was out, although he only shows up one game in every 2 or 3. And we'd lost to Debo as well because he was injured. But again, we've got no backup. Now, we had Igor, who's on loan from Brighton, but Nuno won't play him. All right? And even in midfield, we've got this mystical character called JWP, who hasn't been seen since. So we've got players. We just don't seem to want to utilise them. And sometimes the structure on the team setup is completely bonkers. Now, everyone's saying, oh, what are we going to do? Well, we can't sack Nuno because that gives you then 4 managers with cobbled-together teams. So we might as well just let Nuno take us down, get shot of the team, rebuild, and then start life in the Championship and maybe come back up. Maybe. But at this rate, unless we do absolute bits against Forest at home, which I can't see because we haven't won all season at home.
Just got beat 3-0.
They might do bits, Jay.
Yeah, absolute bits. This was a cup final today. I couldn't believe he was 3-0 down at half-time. I said a week ago, I said, the next 3 weeks for West Ham are absolutely, it's your whole season. Wolves, Nottingham Forest.
Today and Tuesday are the 2 most important games since Prague for us.
Might do bits.
Absolutely.
What bits are West Ham doing?
They might do bits at home.
Have you watched
We haven't.
Steph?
Sorry?
Go on, Steph. Sorry, I thought you were about to speak.
I was going to say today and Tuesday coming were the two most important games we have had since we were in Prague on that final. Okay, and if we don't win against Forest and at least recoup some form of catch up with them, I can't see where the next win is going to come from with our run of games that we've got coming up.
Steph, I'm going to leave you there. There's another goal with Bournemouth. Ian Abrahams.
Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 1, and Gabriel of Fortal gave the assist, really, for Evan Nilsson to put Bournemouth ahead. Has just equalised for Arsenal. Madueke down the right-hand side, got to the byline, pulled it across. They were queuing up. They were absolutely queuing up like a row of people who wanted to pay for their food at Sainsbury's. Other supermarkets are available to have a shot for Arsenal. And in the end, it was Gabriel at the far post who stuck it past Petrovic into the back of the net. The Gunners behind for barely 2 minutes. Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 1.
Brilliant from Madueke, by the way. Absolutely brilliant. Down the right-hand side. And he's gone past Semenyo. And Semenyo needs help. You can't go out there on his own. He's gone out on his own. Madueke shapes up, chops it back, goes right to the byline, shapes up again. It's just brilliant piece of skill from Madueke.
You know Abrahams is doing the comment.
No, I'm just talking to you, man. I'm just giving you just a bit of an update. Brilliant finish from Gabriel too.
Right, get your calls in. If you're a West Ham fan, you want to talk about your team. Well, I want to hear from Wolves fans. Can you do the Great Escape? First win. Looked good. Very decent performance from Edwards' team. And then, obviously, we're going to talk about the Chelsea later on in the show because it's an absolute shambles. Brighton won as well today. I want to hear from Celtic and Rangers fans as well, if you don't know about the shambles that is going on up there. Wow. They've brought in a new manager, Celtic. He's lost 6 out of 8, and he's just got beat by Rangers at home 3-1. Wow. 03 717 22 33 44. you are listening to the Game Day phone-in on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie Hara and Jason Cundy. A reminder, that game that West Ham will do bits in, Forest at home on Tuesday night, is live and exclusive on talkSPORT, 8 p.m. kickoff. We've got the whole midweek Premier League programme across the network, so download the talkSPORT app now. But let's take a look at the latest odds in the 5:30 game, all thanks to Betfair.
Odds update on talkSPORT with Betfair. Play in a different league this season with Safe Sub from Betfair. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Yeah, it's currently Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 1 after only 20 minutes. Great game. Bournemouth to win is 5-1. The draw is 3-1, and Arsenal to win is 15-8 odd. That's all thanks to Betfair. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Odds update on talkSPORT with Betfair. Play in a different league this season with Safe Sub from Betfair. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Right, let's go back to some West Ham fans. Tony's phoned us up. Right, Tone?
Right, Tone.
Hello, lads. How you doing?
All right, Tone.
I'm in good spirits, Tone.
At least one of us is, like.
Yeah, Tone, it's terrible today. Like, shocking.
It's right. First off, I'll say this because every other West Ham fan phones in and says it. My views on the board are separate from today. There's two problems with today. One, our players. Never in my life have I ever been so disgraced and watched what I watched today. Like, there's no fight, no passion, no nothing from us West Ham players. Our captain, Jared Bowen, 2 weeks ago, let a youngster sit on the floor crying because he made a mistake. What has he done to inspire this team? Don't get me wrong, goal in the final at Prague, understand that. It's fantastic. He's done amazing for us. He's been our talisman. He will always be a hero, but he doesn't inspire anything in the players. And the fact that our manager sits there on the bench and he's not even stood in his technical area. He's not shouting at the players. He's not moving them around. He's not guiding them. How are you supposed to get inspiration from that? It's shocking. There's just no fight. We're a club that's supposed to play for our badge and play for the fans. What are we playing for now? Like, Championship next season? At this point, I'm with everybody else. Let's just go down and rebuild. But you can't, people like Steph can't sit there and say that you blame this on the two kids in midfield. Fernandez, Magassa and Potts have been three of our best players this season since they came into the team.
Who's to blame, though? Is it the board? Is it the manager?
The manager, the captain, the vice-captain. Like, the selection is all wrong for a start. Like, I have my issues with Lucas Paqueta. Like, don't get me wrong. Like Steph said, he shows up in one out of 3 games, and then he just throws himself on the floor for the rest of the game, or makes a stupid challenge, or mouths off and gets sent off. So, like, what are you supposed to do with that? Don't get me wrong. Callum Wilson's done great for us since he come. I'll openly admit. Yeah, I'll openly admit I criticised him straight away. Like, another convalescent striker. Like, we might as well just rebrand the club.
You can't be blaming Jared Bowen, though, Tone.
No, I'm not blaming him, but he needs to inspire them a bit more.
He scores goals.
He does.
Scored last week.
But when we went 1-0 down, where was he saying, right, come on, lads, heads up, let's go.
No, but
like, reset, let's go again. That's the sort of leadership you need in a team, though, when you're fighting relegation.
He's a leader by his example on the pitch in terms of the way he plays. And he's a top
I
player.
Totally agree with
Do you think he's standing there, he must be sat there thinking, oh my, what is going on? Like,
but is he one of those players that's going to walk in that dressing room, slam that door and go, what are you doing? Like, these people have travelled however far.
You ain't got them players anymore. Mark Noble was that guy for you. Like, you know, but you ain't got that player anymore.
No, exactly. And why have we not looked at the players that we've got within the team and tried to make them that player? Try to inspire more in the team. We went out today against bottom in the league.
Good team
of the league.
By the way,
good team.
They look great today.
They are.
They look great today, Wolves. I know.
We made them look like they're going to win the league next season.
By the way, on current form, they're Champions League this season. This year.
Well be.
In 2026, exactly. By the way, they're Champions League quality, Wolves. They are, from what I've seen today. They are Champions.
Look like that.
They were good against Man United. They were right.
They deserved to draw against United.
I want to hear from Wolves fans. I actually think, look, they've left it too late. They're going down.
From Wolves fans as well.
Ship sailed. They're going down. But I tell you what, decent performances from some of the players, and they're looking all right. But it was as a West Ham fan, it's embarrassing. It is embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. It is.
And I know you're all blaming. I know you're blaming the board, and I get that the recruitment, and I understand it.
Don't get me wrong,
but,
it's the board's
the
fault
players
to
have
a
got
certain extent.
The players have got to produce more than now.
Yeah, exactly. Those players have got to stand up and say, do you know what? I ain't good enough. We owe these fans that.
How much do you think you'll get for Bowen in the summer?
Do you know what, Cundy? If anyone else had said that, I would have been surprised. But because it's you, I'm not.
What do you mean? I don't know what you mean.
I knew. If anyone...
No, I'm just saying...
Tone, look.
It's a question.
We take most of your best players anyway, so we'll have him off you. We'll give you 20 million.
Yeah, go on. 20...
most of our best players, do you mean Kudos?
Yeah, we'll have him. We took him.
Yeah. He's not been that great for you lot, though, has he?
He's been our best player.
Really?
Yeah, he actually has.
I think Bowen looked good in the Spurs shirt,
Yeah, I think
he would.
Do you know what?
Cundy? We have to move on.
I would rather see him go to Chelsea than go to Spurs.
He's not young enough.
He's not young enough. Yeah.
We'll have him. The profile.
We'll give you 25. We'll give you 25 mil for him.
Can't have a 7-year contract.
Can you imagine Danny Dyer? Now, imagine get this picture. Danny Dyer and O'Hara in the players' lounge after the game.
Yeah, right, Dan.
Imagine that.
Arms round me, with his Spurs shirt on.
Spurs been beaten again,
Danny Dyer, loving life.
Thanks for the nightmares, Cundy. I appreciate it.
I'm messing with you.
Something's got to change against Forest. It has to. There needs to be more.
You can do bits. Look. I said, look.
They can't do
today's performance.
There's no bits happening.
There might be a few bits.
No, there's no bits.
Tone. Is there a chance you could do bits midweek?
I mean, if instead of at half-time making defensive changes and not going after the game when you're 3-0 down, you've got nothing to lose anyway.
Yeah. So you can do bits.
I mean, I'm not going to say we're going to do bits, but because at the end of the day, I mean, look at the rest of our season. We ain't exactly done bits. The only team we have beat was Forest, wasn't it? That's like
it's
that
not
was the only legitimate win that we had. No, it's not good. It's not good at all. It's not good.
Tone, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, lads.
Cheers,
could be a bad 2026, this, couldn't it?
For the Irons.
Irons. Go down to the Championship. Look, Bowen signs for Spurs.
No, the reason I said
now wearing a Tottenham shirt.
The reason I said it, the previous caller said we're going to go down. Tone said the only reason I said that is that Bowen's obviously going to. So I just thought, how much do you want for him? It's a fair question, isn't it? In January, what date is it? January the 3rd? He's going to go in the summer. If they go there, he's going.
Right. We're going to hear from Nuno Espirito Santo next. And, well, a Millwall fan wants to have their say as well because they could be playing West Ham next season. That'd be a great one. 03 717 22 3344. You're listening to the Game Day phone in on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie Hire, and Jason Cundy. Reminder of today's Premier League results. The early game finished. Aston Villa 3, Forest 1. That was live and exclusive on talkSPORT. Forest fans can't be happy with Sean Dyche in a minute. Not going well. In the 3 p.m's, Wolves 3, West Ham 0. What a performance from Rob Edwards' team. And Brighton, they beat Burnley 2-0. 5:30 game, Bournemouth Arsenal is 1-1. Have your say in all of them. Plus, Celtic beaten 3-1 at home by old firm rivals Rangers. Wilfred Nancy having an absolute stinker up in Scotland. And remember, when we're done, 8 p.m, over to the Ali Pally. Live commentary of the PDC Darts Championship final. Luke Littler defending his crown against Gian van Veen. The Game Day phoning on talkSPORT. Let's hear from West Ham boss Nuno speaking to talkSPORT's Adam Bridge following that 3-0 fiasco at Molineux.
Oh, many things went wrong. We started the game very bad, conceding, mistakes, no reaction, poor performance.
Nuno, some of the players went over to the away supporters and were booed at the end of the game. Can you understand the frustration of the supporters?
We have to apologise to the fans. We have to apologise to our fans that travelled today. And those that are at home, we have to apologise, put our heads down and realise that it was not good enough.
You had nearly 70% possession, but still didn't manage a shot on target. Is that tactical, or is it that just a poor player performance on the day?
No, very bad performance. Very bad performance.
But in terms of mistakes, I know some of the players are young. So Magassa, for example, seemed to be kind of making a few errors throughout the game. How can you try with the young players and the squad you've got to eliminate those errors?
Trust them, help them out in the training ground. And make them better. This is what we are trying from the beginning, trying to improve our players. We know the problems that we have in the squad, the situation of players being out, all these situations, but me personally, I think we are much better than this.
Yeah, there's Nuno Espirito Santo speaking after the game. Let's go to Mickey, who's a West Ham fan. Mickey.
Hello, Jamie.
How are you, Mick?
Yeah, I'm just calling in, been to the game today. I wanted to slightly take a different angle, and particularly sort of talking from a supporter point of view, and just the atmosphere from the supporters before a ball was kicked today.
Go on.
The result was basically we are going to get annihilated, we are going to get thrashed, and I think from like the first 15 minutes we was booing Kilman. Like, no matter how good a player is or not, when they've got that colour shirt on, you don't boo them. No matter how good or bad they're playing. And I think when you've got the supporters that are actually going against the players, that's when I actually do lose hope and any faith of actually staying up.
So before the ball was kicked,
you're booing your own player?
Yeah. Before the ball was even kicked today.
So what, when the names were read out?
Yeah, and as they're warming up.
Yeah, that's toxic.
Yeah, I mean, that's unacceptable, really.
I don't know what...
And he ain't a very vocal player. He does his PR and stuff, but he ain't exactly like the most vocal that's getting in people's faces. But he's an easy target for the fans.
Yeah, regardless of what he does, I mean, regardless of how he's playing, before the game, you're booing him. I mean, what do you expect from a performance then? When you know, listen, I get it, you're not happy, and look, I understand he ain't been great for West Ham. He's been poor, but you know, give him an hour at least to look like he's doing something for the team. You know, even that, but you should never boo a player when he's playing for your team.
100%.
Before the game's even started. Say he scores after 3 minutes, you're going to start cheering him.
Yeah, to be honest, that's what I was half hoping that would happen, because I think that would have shut half of the allocation up. Because I think it's the little things like this that then bring that toxic culture, which is affecting the players on the pitch. Like, I know the professional football players, they should be able to put in a better performance than what we see today, because that was atrocious. But this has been like it on the road, like all of this season, probably starting from the end of last season, and it's just ramping up even more now. And when you see Wolves fans that have got bloody 2 points, 3 points, they like they won the league today, but that's what happens when you get behind your team no matter what.
Are you saying the fan base is broken?
Yes, completely broken, Jace. Completely broken. Shot to bits. This has been 3 years in the making, and David Moyes covered it because of his experience being a top manager.
What? Okay, this is the away fans. They're different fans away from home, right? I mean, they are the hardcore, right? And then I just wonder, it feels like it's the same at home as well, though.
Yeah, no, to be honest, it's tenfold at home because you've got 60,000, not just 3,000.
Yeah, we talked about the game against Forest midweek, right? And that's a game that I know, but you're not down yet. I know today was terrible, by the way. That stinks. And I can't, no one's going to defend that. And you heard Nuno, it annoys me when managers come out and say we've got to apologise to fans, because you had the chance. You see Forest lose points, and you can get within a point of them.
2 weekends on the trot though, Jace. It's Fulham as well. That was an opportunity missed. Today's an opportunity missed. No, if we miss Tuesday, then I do think that it's written. Yeah. But I'm an optimist, West Ham fan. I'm sitting there, 75 minutes gone, thinking, come on, we get one, you never know. So I am thinking, we get Tuesday, we're back in the game.
But Mick, I hear what you're saying, and I get the place is toxic. But I do say this. And I've been in a relegation fight before when I was at Wolves, and we stayed up on the last day of the season. But I remember that season, and the crowd were behind us. We weren't playing well, but the crowd got behind the team, regardless, if we were losing. I remember losing, I think we lost at Stoke or someone, and we got beat, but the fans were cheering us. And you go, you're going to lose games, and it's dire at the minute, but you do have to somehow get behind. You have to get behind the team. And at the end of the season, you can protest. You can do what you want. You can go mad, right? You can let everyone know how bad it is, right? And when you're relegated, you can then have your say. But until that point, West Ham fans have got to, regardless of what they think of Sullivan, what they think of Nuno, what they think of the recruitment, what they think of the stadium, everything about it, they have got to get behind this team. Otherwise, you're gone. Because you're absolutely... I guarantee you, Nottingham Forest, the fans, they're not going to be happy at the minute with Sean Dyche, and they're not happy with the performance this season. But they're going to get behind that team. They're going to get behind them because they know that they need to help this club get out. Same as Leeds, Platt Ellen Road. They know what the deal is. Get behind the team. We ain't going to win every game. It's going to be scrappy, but we're going to get behind the team because that's going to help us stay in the league. West Ham fans, I feel, because you've been privileged and had European football and you've had this huge fall-off, it's got so toxic there that you've forgotten, actually, we need to get behind the club. You're West Ham. You've got to get behind them. Well, you've got to get behind them for now. Slaughter them at the end of the season when you go down, and if you do, then slaughter them. You've got to get behind them now.
Definitely. Anyway, gents, I just wanted to raise that, but a first-time caller, love the show. Irons!
Up the irons. Poor old Mick.
Am I right?
No, you're 100% right. Before a game, I know fans are disgruntled. I know West Ham fans. It feels like they've suffered for a number of years, right? It feels like, mate, it's gone on since they've left.
Golden moments as well. They have. People, Southampton fans or teams that have been down there, Everton. Right, they've been down there for a number of years. A huge football club, right? They'd love to have what West Ham have had over the last 5 years. They had European football. They cup finals.
If you're booing, the away fans are booing the team sheet as it comes out over the loudspeaker, mate. Oh, mate. That feels like a broken fan base.
Yeah, well, it is broken. We know it's broken, but they've somehow got to come together. And I know West Ham fans are not happy, but it's
Tuesday
so bad,
night, mate. Tuesday night, do bits.
The problem is the team have got to give them something to shout for as well.
Of course.
3-0 down at half time.
That first half was unacceptable.
What do you expect?
No, then I get it.
Yeah.
But I don't think the fans have helped at that point. Yeah. You can't be booing the team sheet, mate. You can't be. You
ever got did your name ever get booed on the team?
Booed in the dressing room, Jay.
Gaffer's booing.
Booing the player. Teammates.
Cundy. Not even playing. It's on the bench.
I'm in the stand booing me.
Oh, dear. West Ham are terrible. Credit to Wolves, though. They won their first league game in 23. Their manager, Rob Edwards, speaking to talkSPORT after the game.
Were you surprised at the lacklustre nature in which they didn't kind of fight back as the game wore on, or was that just down to the confidence that seemed to be ebbing through your side?
I'm going to credit our lads, and I think how well we blocked spaces and defended well, and then didn't really give them too many opportunities. I thought when the ball came in the box, we dealt with it well. I thought Sarr was brilliant today. I thought we defended well, heads and blocks and things like that. Didn't have to, it wasn't too many heart-in-mouth moments. So I'll credit our players for that.
We talked briefly about Matheus Mane, but as well as the skill that we saw today and his ability with his feet, what we noticed actually is the kind of influence he was having on the rest of the game with his head. He seems very knowledgeable, measured, calm, and it was even kind of pointing around some of his more senior players at times during that first half.
Yeah, he's not shy. He's not shy, but he gets the game. as I say, he's about the team. He's a really selfless guy, but he cares. People will have recognised that with some of his recovery runs and his tackles and his challenges, and maybe some of the things that don't get picked up as much in games as like the goal obviously will. He's a really intelligent guy, and he's, like I said, completely selfless and about the team. But even though he's young, he's a leader out there.
You've won a game. As you say, you're keeping your feet on the ground because you're still rooted to the foot of the table. Is it quite tricky now that we're in January in a kind of stick or twist scenario in terms of what as a club you do in terms of trying to hoist yourself up or maybe planning for the future?
Right now, I'm in head coach mode at the moment, and I'm just thinking about today's game. I want to process that and enjoy it a little bit, if you don't mind.
You can, that's fine. After all this time, I think everyone at the club wants to enjoy it.
And then obviously we deal with those things tomorrow and Monday again going forward. But we're all aligned here. We want to improve the group. That's it, and that's our intention.
Yeah, Rob Edwards was there speaking after the game. I thought they were fantastic today. I know Wolves were great, but they credit goes to the team who put them to the sword, and Wolves definitely did that. Talking about that Mane, young lad, 18 years old, come into the side. He looks very decent.
He looked great. He's full of energy. We've seen him before.
I like
there's something about young players, when you are a side in distress and you're a side that are inevitably going down one way. When you're a young player coming on, there's no fear.
No, you've got nothing to lose.
You've got nothing to lose. And I think there's probably an element of that. By the way, I've just found Wolves' last victory in the Premier League for today.
Who was it?
Leicester at home. 26th of April, Jay. They've not cheered a victory since the 26th of April.
It's not been good, but I thought they were good today.
No, they were excellent.
And look, that Mane,
West Ham, as good as Wolves were, West Ham were absolutely shocking.
Yeah, they were.
Take nothing away from
No, I'm not taking anything away from them. No. But I have to say, I was really impressed with how they looked energetic, they looked physical, they looked to play forward, they tried to hurt them, Look, they're going down. They got 6 points, but if he can get some decent results and some decent performances,
build for next season.
And it gets a little feel-good factor going. I'm going to go to Harry. He's a Millwall fan, right,
H, up the wall.
How are we doing, gentlemen? I hope you're well this evening.
I'm all right, H. Looks like you're playing West Ham next season.
I look forward to it, mate. I look forward to it. I mean, I was just listening to you there, obviously, just saying about the fans and stuff and, booing the team sheet. I think that's not how you support a club. And I think, West Ham, unfortunately, it goes back to David Moyes' days. The fans wanted David Moyes out just after he bought them a cup. You get a new manager in and you're expecting wins off of the back. And, it hasn't happened, and you're seeing those results now. They're in a relegation battle. They're losing to Wolves, who are, bottom of the table. And I'm sure Wolves fans were probably wondering when their win was going to come. And fair play to them today. Getting a win at home against West Ham. But West Ham really need to look at themselves. The fans. If you're going to support the club, you need to support it when you're down and out, when you're up, and you've got the highs and lows. That's the point of supporting a team. And honestly, all the West Ham fans are coming on and just making excuses. Bowen this, the two young midfielders. It's just a load of baloney. You've got to support your team, booing them as the team sheet's being read out.
I mean, it's not going to feel nice hearing that from a Millwall fan.
Yeah, why have you phoned up anyway? Well, you must have something better to do on your Saturday afternoon. Phone up and dig out West Ham fans. Why are you doing that, H?
Just sticking it to
Where's your agenda?
Where's my agenda? Well, it's a lovely Saturday. Swansea tomorrow for us at home, which will be an interesting game, I'm sure. Yeah. But, I just wanted to let the West Ham fans know that we look forward to seeing them next season. So,
so you're not getting promoted then? To be fair, you've had a couple of tricky results of late, haven't you?
Yeah, we have. I mean, we've had some games that have been pretty hard to take. I think the last game with Hull, that was pretty quite hard for me to take personally. At home, you've got to win your games at home. Yeah. You've got to win your games at Hull. Hull were the better team on that day. They won the game, and that is the end of it at the end of the day. But we've got to be a lot better as Millwall at home. We've got to win our games at home. That's where we've been struggling this season. But, just looking forward to getting this season out of the way. You know,
get out the way. What do you mean, getting out the way?
I'm looking forward to West Ham.
You want West Ham, didn't you? You want West Ham in the Championship at the Den.
What do you mean, get out the way?
Oh.
You are level on points in the playoff positions. You're just outside there on goal difference. What do you mean, get out the way?
What, though, Jason? I mean, my personal opinion is I would happily end the season where we are right now and let's just go to next season just because I want to see West Ham that bad.
No,
but
no.
As you said,
hold on, Harry. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
What are you on about? You are level on points with Preston. You are out there just on
goal. We're in a good position.
What do you mean you want to... You're 4 points off automatic places and you want this season finished? Are you having a pop at West Ham fans? You've got some front, by the way. Honestly, you've got some front.
Calm down.
No, honestly, you've got to have a look at yourself, H. Right? You're outside the playoff place on goal difference. You're 4 points off automatic, and you're phoning up with a dig at West Ham fans, and you say you want the season over.
I said I wouldn't mind it.
No, come on, don't fence with me. Don't fence with me.
I'm happy with where I am.
Hey,
to be honest with you, if we finish where we are now,
honestly,
we're going into the playoffs, we've got ourselves an opportunity to go into the Premier League. Now, let's be honest, no one wants to see us in the Premier League.
Well,
let's be honest.
You don't. You don't.
In the Premier League,
I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go because it is half time at Bournemouth in Abrahams.
Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 1. Bournemouth led early thanks to a terrible error from Gabriel trying to pass the ball back to his goalkeeper, David Raya. Didn't look, just passed it across his penalty area, intercepted by Evan Nilsson. In fact, went straight to Evan Nilsson, who then put it into an empty net. But Arsenal only trailed for a couple of minutes. Madueke, really good work down the right-hand side, got to the byline, squared it. Martinelli had a shot that was blocked. There was another effort that got blocked. And when it came to the far post, there was Gabriel, who created the error for the Bournemouth goal to slam it home and make it 1-1. Tavernier's gone close twice for Bournemouth, but Arsenal had many chances too. Good open game this. Half-time, Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 1.
Odds update on talkSPORT with Betfair. Play in a different league this season with Safe Sub from Betfair. 18+, gambleaware.org.
Let's take a look at the latest odds in that 5:30 game. All thanks to Betfair, it is 1-1. Bournemouth to win is 9-2. The draw is 2-1, and Arsenal to win now is 6-5 on. That's all thanks to Betfair 18+. Gambleaware.org.
Odds update on talkSPORT with Betfair. Play in a different league this season with Safe Sub from Betfair. 18+, gambleaware.org.
Right, we're going to get the inside track on Nuno's future. The chaos going on at Chelsea next. Wow, shambles. Chelsea fans, you can have your say. 03 717 223344. calls coming in on a game day phone in. Me, Jamie Hart, Jason Cundy, 03 717 223344. You want to have your say on your team's performance today? I still want to hear from Celtic fans. Have an absolute disaster class up there. Chelsea fans as well get involved. But time now to discuss some of the main topics of the day, all thanks to Betfair.
Topic of the day on talkSPORT with Betfair. 18plusgambleaware.org.
Yeah, we're now joined in the studio, talkSPORT reporter Ben Jacobs. All right, Ben.
Benny boy.
Happy New Year, gents.
How are you? Happy New Year, bud.
Look, we're going to talk about, obviously, Chelsea. You've got and West Ham as well, though. But what's going on with Nuno?
Yeah, a little bit of breaking news on Nuno from myself and Chief Football Correspondent Alex Crook. So we understand David Sullivan in particular is putting contingency plans in place in case a change needs to be made. It obviously needs board discussion. Sullivan will not be the sole decision maker, but effectively a succession plan is starting to be put in place in case Nuno goes. We'll update you throughout the course of the coming hours, whether it's an imminent situation or a little bit further into January. But there's two names we understand are in the mix that could be approached mid-season if results don't improve, or of course they did choose to make a knee-jerk reaction. The first is former West Ham manager Slaven Bilic. Now, before Nuno was hired and when Graham Potter was sacked, Bilic was also approached, and he was actually one of the favoured candidates of Sullivan in particular, where they went for Nuno. And Bilic is prepared to come in mid-season if needed. And if it was last managing, let's not forget, Al Fatah, a club in Saudi Arabia. Second name, I'm told, is Michael Carrick, another one that is high in West Ham's thinking. He's interested in the vacancy as well, should it arise. But we're not yet at a point where we can quite say Nuno is going imminently, but what I can tell you is David Sullivan has those two names in mind.
I mean, I just don't know whether you just stick it out with Nuno, because you're changing another manager, Potter, Nuno, and God, I don't know, it just feels so messy. How can you get a group together playing, the way you want to play and try and dig them out of a hole when you're constantly changing the manager? Like, Nuno's proved he's a good manager, right? He's shown that last season. Don't become a bad manager overnight. He has to find a way of trying to get some results, though.
Yeah, I think what's fascinating, though, is that the window's open, so you either stick with Nuno and back him, and in fairness, West Ham have done that. They've made a few signings that we've not yet seen, if they'll turn things around. And yet, the one Nuno really wants, that's not done yet, but is close, is Adama Traore. And whereas 20-30 million has been spent on other players, Pablo, for example, one of the names that's come in, Adama Traore is only expected to be offered a short-term 6-month deal, and he's the one that Nuno wants in the long run. So the recruitment team, Sullivan and Nuno, have to get on the same page and quickly. And I sense there's no middle ground here, that West Ham will either make a quick change knowing the window is still open and bring in somebody, or they'll back their manager, they'll wait for the dust to settle after the window, and they'll basically be saying, well, OK, Wolves have beaten us, but then if you look at the league table, Burnley are losing games. Nottingham Forest were defeated today. Yeah. So they're where they were in the table, but you just feel if they are to get out of trouble, a game like that Wolves one is one that West Ham are supposed to win. And it wasn't just that they lost the game, it was the manner in which they caved in that first half.
And also midweek, we've just been speaking about it, they got this huge game against Forest, right? I mean, that could be D-Day.
Yeah, I mean, not only D-Day.
You lose that, the hair might be false.
Yeah, not only D-Day, but he's up against the club where he was briefly in as well. So I think West Ham, like Nottingham Forest, they're doing their best in the market to be aggressive and try and get out of trouble, but all is not well and all is not unified behind the scenes. So keep an eye on an evolving situation. Nuno, not gone yet, but certainly not entirely safe.
Okay. All right. And just on Chelsea, Maresca, he's lost his job. Just a little insight on what happened there and what they're going to do going forward.
Yeah, this is a classic two sides. We'll come on to that in a moment. So going forwards, Liam Rosenior is expected to become the new Chelsea manager from Strasbourg. They're playing Nice whilst we're speaking. Because Bluco own both Strasbourg and Chelsea, it's about finding a plan for Strasbourg and Chelsea. The Rosenior part is expected to be smooth because he wants the job, and more broadly for non-footballing reasons, I'm told, to return to England. But Strasbourg have to get a coach in because there's going to be an almighty uproar in France, probably regardless, but definitely if they take Rosenior and don't have a plan. And Mark Kelleher, who's the Strasbourg president, is going to play a big role in pacifying that fan base over there. Then in terms of Maresca, kind of two sides here. So Chelsea's position is Maresca left by mutual consent results were not good enough. 1 win in 7 Premier League games. There was a dispute specifically between Maresca and the medical department, with Maresca wanting more out of returning players from injury. And yet Chelsea's medical department is autonomous and independent, specifically with injured or returning players. So if they say Reece James can't play this week or can only play an hour, the manager has to bow to that decision because it's about workload and welfare. Whereas from Maresca's point of view, Chelsea felt that he was just going off book and ultimately picking players and playing them for longer. But the Maresca side is slightly different. The argument from sources close to the former Chelsea boss is it was more than just the medical department. He felt he wasn't protected. He didn't like the fact that Ruben Amorim's under pressure. So Jim Ratcliffe comes out and he says, 3 years, that's what I want to judge Amorim by. Maresca didn't get any public vote of confidence. Chelsea would counter that and say he was in trouble a year ago. He wasn't sacked. He had a 5-year contract and so on. But Maresca didn't feel he was protected. And Maresca felt that the interference in team selection extended beyond the medical department. And it was actually about giving young players minutes to raise their value because that's the Chelsea project. So in the end, they've parted ways. Those close to Maresca are adamant that he resigned, that he drove this, that he quit, that he wasn't sick after the Bournemouth draw, and then he wanted to leave. Those on the Chelsea side counter that quite categorically and say that it was a decision that they drove. Either way, it was in the best interest of all parties to sort out the situation promptly, and now everybody moves forwards. Maresca's reputation has risen, and he no doubt will get another job. We know he's linked with both Manchester City and Juventus. And from the perspective of Chelsea, they'll feel that Liam Rosenior is a project fit because, of course, he's already been working at Strasbourg.
And also, the Strasbourg, the Blue Co, it feels the natural progression. But from my understanding is that he has been playing the same system, the same way. This is the Blue Co way, as with Callum McFarlane as well, playing a 4-2-3-1. That's exactly what he does as well. So, and he knows the owners, right?
Mm.
This is not like you're plucking someone from French football. He works with and for the same organisation, if you like, which is Blue Co.
Yeah, and you've got plenty of synergy as well. Emiga's going to be arriving at Chelsea. Liam Rosenior was obviously managing him at Strasbourg. Andre Santos spent a year there. He's back at Chelsea as well. Penders, same style, same philosophy, same role as a head coach within the model. So Chelsea will have no concerns that Rosenior is going to go off book. And a good talker, handles the media well. I think an underrated point in all of this from Chelsea's perspective, Maresca may have other opinions, but if you take the football and the critical strategic issues out of it, one of Chelsea's bugbears is if the manager's got an issue, challenge it and aggressively, because that's quite healthy in private, but don't a dirty laundry.
Basically, all right, you can say all this, guff to me about Liam Rosenior, all right, and all this nonsense about Strasbourg and Chelsea and organisations and all this absolute garbage. Chelsea are not Strasbourg. Chelsea are one of the biggest clubs in the world. Liam Rosenior is not a Chelsea manager. All right, he's not ready to take that step up. They're bringing him in because they want a yes man. Chelsea fans, they're not going to get behind this. They're not going to listen to all this old guff that you're giving me about. Oh yeah, he plays the same formation, he plays the same system, blah blah blah. Everyone plays 4-2-3-1. We're talking about Chelsea here, who have had Mourinho, who've had Conte, who've had Ancelotti, who've had Thomas Tuchel, and now you're going to bring in Liam Rosenior. Like, I'm sorry, like I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. It's a load of old rubbish, right? Because they want to bring in a yes man, and Maresca's got they fell out because Maresca, who's a good manager, who's won the Club World Cup. He's got a group of players together. Has turned around and said, you know what? I've had enough of all this old rubbish. The medical team telling me that I can only play Cole Palmer for 60 minutes and I'm getting it in the neck from the fans saying you don't know what you're doing, when it's the medical team is saying that you're only allowed to play him for so long. He's getting dug out because Reece James played 3 games on the bounce, who's best player, and all of a sudden he's, oh no, you can't do that. You can't play Reece James every game because he's not fit enough. Like, so he's had enough of it all. He's questioned it, and he said, you know what? I want some of my own players in January. I want to bring in someone like him or someone like him. And they go, oh, no, you just coach the team. So Maresca's gone, you know what? I've had enough of this. So what are you going to do? Chelsea bringing me a yes man. Do you think the Chelsea fans are going to accept having a yes man as their manager?
Well, first of all, I don't think Liam Rosenior is a yes man.
He's a yes man.
Forthright.
He's a yes man.
I'm not sure you've met him to be able to take that opinion because he's quite spiky, he's quite forthright, and even in
he's getting the Chelsea job because he's going to shut his mouth.
Recruitment.
He's going to get the Chelsea job because he's going to put up and shut up. That's why he's getting.
I'm not so sure about that.
That's why he's getting a job.
Time will tell. But people said that about Maresca when he joined. I mean, my question to you, Jason, because you're more informed than I am, Jason. I think the sort of starting premise is if Maresca is a Chelsea manager now when he leaves, did you think he was a Chelsea manager when he joined? And if you're saying...
I'm in the same opinion. Jay and I were talking about this earlier. If you listen to any Leicester fan when Chelsea signed, they said it'd be a failure, right? Well, he hasn't been a failure. He actually done very well. And I think he probably done as well as he possibly could. Got us fourth into the Champions League last season. Finished above media darlings of Eddie Howe at that particular time. People say he spent $1 billion. Truth is, he got us there, okay? And he managed not only to get us into fourth position above Newcastle and Aston Villa, won us the Conference League, right? Should we won it? Yeah. Still done it. Club World Champion, still got us there. We're fifth, by the way. We're not 11th. We're fifth. He'd done all right. But if that relationship was broken down, I think it's healthy for everyone. You move on. December was a disaster. You can't dress it up. It was an absolute disaster. Now, I don't know what Liam Rossini is going to do. What I do know is that Liam Rossini has been put in place, and it was part of it's happened too soon, but Liam Rossini was brought in, and he was at Bluecoat. This was planned. It's happened too quickly. I don't think anyone at Chelsea expected this to happen right now. Because you go back to the beginning of December.
Do you think Liam Rossini is good enough to take the Chelsea?
I don't know, Jay, any more than you do.
Yeah, but do you think he's good enough?
I don't know any more than you do.
Okay.
No, Jay, we don't know.
No.
You could. I know what you're saying, right?
I know you don't know, but you've been in football for 25, 30 years.
Yeah, longer than
that. Right. You know football. Right. You know how football's run. You know, you look at decisions that get made, like Ange going to Nottingham Forest, like Wilfred Nancy going to Celtic. You know, you look
we're
at this
all wise after the event,
and you go, that ain't going to work. In your expert opinion, because that's what you are. You're an expert, Jace.
Yeah.
Do you think Liam Rossini is good enough to be the Chelsea manager?
It doesn't feel right, okay? I'll admit it doesn't feel right, and it does with Liam Rossini, right? I don't watch enough of French football, right? I remember everyone saying, myself included, Keith Andrews at Brentford, yeah? Is he good enough? First managerial job. Actually, he's done all right. And I think that there is a point of saying, right, I think you have to trust what they're doing. They're the ones in control.
They've got no trust. No one trusts the Chelsea board. No one. What? No one trusts at Chelsea.
What do you mean no one trusts it?
The fans don't trust the board. They're protesting.
Yeah, right, okay, right. I get why they're protesting. I understand it because things have gone from... But listen, there for the grace of God go out. Roman Abramovich came in, totally different ownership model, completely different to how things are run, all right? And we are used to winning. They ain't done... It's not as bad as everyone says. I don't think it's not as bad as everyone says. Club World Champ, you can mock it all you like. No one expected us to win that. No one... I didn't think that we finished fourth last season. We did. We ended up doing all right.
Done a great job.
Say again?
Maresca done a great job.
The club with Maresca.
Maresca done a great job.
And the club, I think yes. But the club, some of the signings, right, that he's brought, that the club have brought in, they've done all right. Some haven't. Some, there's a big fear that Chelsea are going to flip players, like what we've seen with Jackson and what we've seen with Noni Madueke, right? I don't know how that's going to play out any more than you do. But right now, to be fifth, and I think that Leroy Rossini is coming in there's a squad of players in there that in December underachieved. All right? Now, I don't know any more than you do, Jay. Leroy Rossini being Chelsea manager, sorry, that's his dad. Liam Rossini. I do apologise. But it doesn't feel right, no. But I've got to tell you what, from what, this has been in place, it's happened too quick. But they play the same system. They are his boss, by the way, the same owners.
No, I know.
I'll have to wait and see how it goes out. I'm used to seeing top of the range managers, like you mentioned there, Conte. I'm used to Chelsea winning Champions League, winning Premier League. It's a different football club right now. And I think we just have, as a Chelsea fan, I have to sit there and wait and see how things have played out. The last 18 months have been better than any Chelsea fan really could have envisaged. I think. Fourth in the league. That matters.
You spent £1 billion, Jace.
But the squad's not built. But it's not, Jace.
Keep saying, it's not
built to challenge the title.
It's not built to win the Premier League.
No, it's not.
It's built to finish fourth.
It is built to finish fourth. You're right.
Okay,
yes.
That's where you are.
That's fine then. So we're par.
Oh, yeah, but come on.
Fifth. No, but Jay, come on. What do you mean, come on?
Because it ain't. Come on. You're talking about Chelsea here. Yeah. You're a massive football club.
Yeah.
Ben, I'm going to have to. Ben, we're going on here, and I've got a break. We'll talk about this after break. Ben Jacobs, thanks for coming and let us know.
Cheers, guys.
That was a look at some of the main topics of the day. All thanks to Bet for 18 plus. We Gambler.org.
Topic of the day on talkSPORT with Betfair. 18 plus gambleaware.org.
You're talking rubbish, Jace. You're talking garbage.
Jay, listen,
honestly,
no one knows.
Rubbish.
No one knows.
No, it's a joke.
You think you know, no one knows at the moment.
Liam Rosenior.
No, you don't know.
Oh, we're back on air, Jace. We're back on air. Anyway, we're talking about Chelsea, an absolute joke of a football club. Right, we've had Ben Jacobs coming and telling us what to do. And listen, I don't want to dig out Liam Rosenior too much because I've heard really good things about him. There's been a goal, though, at Bournemouth. Ian Abrahams.
Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 2. Declan Rice has got the goal, back in the team today after injury. And just after Bournemouth had a chance as well, up the other end, Odegaard involved, just laid the ball off to Rice perfectly towards the edge of the penalty area, and he caressed it into the corner of the net. Didn't smash it, didn't hammer it, caressed it into the corner of the net past Petrovic, and the leaders are in front, heading for a 7-point advantage at the top of the Premier League. Declan Rice is back on the score sheet. Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 2.
Declan Rice just comes good all the time.
It's a lovely goal, that, by the way.
Really
it's a beautiful
proper midfield.
It's beautifully set up, strokes it. It's one of those, you don't have to take the casing off the ball, just beautifully placed. And do you know what? They had a chance earlier, about a minute and a half before this.
Mm-hmm.
But this is what sides do. If you're going to win the title, haven't played particularly well, go away, 1-0 down, find a way to equalise quickly. They do that. It's a lovely finish.
It's a really nice goal from Declan Rice. He's a great player. Look, just going back to Chelsea, mate, because we might as well just carry on this chat for a few more minutes.
Yeah.
I don't want to dig out Liam Rosenior because I don't know him, but I've heard good things about him. All right, I remember when he first come into coaching, there was a lot of talk about how good of a coach he was. You know, his sessions and tactics, whatever. Right. Yeah. This is a huge job. If he took over at Bournemouth, if he took over at Brentford, or you know, if he got the Wolves job, I'll go, okay, let's see what he's about. Right. Yeah. He is coming into a massive football club with massive pressures. When you're talking about dealing with Casado, with World Cup winner Enzo Fernandez, you got to deal with Cole Palmer, who at the moment looks like he ain't happy. You know, it looks like he don't want to be there right now. Pep, he's got to, all of a sudden, you know what players are like, Jason, come in and go, hold a minute. Cole Palmer, Pep Guardiola was his manager, and now his manager's going to be Liam Rossini. Yeah. You know, he's got it's all right being a good coach and having, you know, this is his football philosophy. All right, but what are you like as a man manager? If you've got to respect, you've got to earn respect straight away as soon as you walk in the door. That's why I think it won't work.
No, look, I understand the fears. They're my fears and every Chelsea fan's fears that Liam Rossini, I've got to stop saying that, by the way. It's so, I know, but
his dad's a lovely man as well, by the way, and I feel bad. You know, I'm not digging him out. I'm just giving him a point.
From a Chelsea point of view, I'm going to back my club, right? And I want to wait and see. You can't judge someone on someone you haven't seen yet. You can all have an opinion based on what we think we might know, and that we don't. And I'll go back to the Keith Andrews one. Everyone, myself included, question that decision. Keith Andrews, I know Keith. I've worked with Keith here at talkSPORT. How's he going to do as a Premier League man? First job. Liam Rossini.
But it's Brentford, though, JC. You can understand that. You go, let's see. You're talking about Chelsea.
And Jay, I totally understand.
You have had probably five of the best managers ever.
Our record of managers is unbelievable. You're right. But this football club has moved in a different direction. We're not going to go back to the Jose Mourinho's. Those are the Conte days. That's not happening. They want a manager that here's the model. Here's how we're going to play. Here's the medical team. This is the structure. Either you're on board if you're not. And Maresca decided it's halfway through, whatever it's going, that clearly things broke down. He wasn't happy with how things were done. And if you ain't going to work one with us, then you're not. Then you're running against us. And it appears they've got someone in with Bluco at Strasbourg. They had a man in place, and this was clearly something they felt down the line would happen. Not now. It's too soon. It feels like, but you can't change the past. It's happened. Maresca has fallen out with everyone. Doesn't want to be there. He's got to go. That decision has been made. Once you move forward, then you've got then to try and have some continuity, and the continuity is what Strasbourg have been doing, and that Maresca has left. Now we've got Rossini, and you can shake your head, Jay, right? You know, I get why you're shaking your head, but it doesn't feel right.
There's no
continuity. There is.
There is Strasbourg and Chelsea. Just because they're owned by Todd Bowley. They're a completely different football club, completely different scowl in the world of what a football team is.
They are.
In terms of players, in terms of management,
but when
how to deal
with
players.
Of course.
Pressures of performance.
Completely. And you can't compare the two. I'm not comparing them. What I'm saying is there has been there have been plans in place for this type of thing. There is. What are you shaking your head at me for? What are you laughing at me?
No,
look, just tell you what. That's it. Now, whether it's going to work or not remains to be seen. Of course, I have fears about how this is going to play out.
I just can't get my head around the fact that Chelsea are going to appoint a manager who got sacked at Hull.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, Jay. It's something that doesn't feel right, but you've got to. They're decision makers at my football club. I have to say that they feel as though they got this one right. I don't know, Jay. I don't know.
Let's go to Ryan, who's a Chelsea fan. Ryan.
Rhino.
Hello, mate.
Hi, Chelsea. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. You?
Yeah, we're fine. Look, just talking about Chelsea. It looks like Rossini's getting the job, but what do you make of it?
What I make of it, I think, firstly, Jace, don't keep on about being Club World Championship.
World Champions.
Glorified pre-season tournament.
World Champions, Rhino.
I don't care. I don't care what you think. You should know better.
World Champions.
You're absolutely right, mate. Right, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Spurs would love it.
Right. Secondly, that European Cup we won, that Mickey Mouse trophy.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. Forget about that. Maresca, I think he deserved a little bit more time. I'm not saying he would have brought what's name more success to the club, because I don't think he would, and I don't think if Pep was there, he would. Because our owners are not looking for success on the pitch. They're looking for success in trading players.
Well, hold on. See, this is what winds me up about fans like you, Rhino, right? You want to dismiss 2 trophies. Now, it's up to you whether you do or not, right? It's part of history. But you say they don't want to be successful. No, hold on. No, you've had your say. No, you've had your say. Rhino, you've had your say. Let me finish, right? And then you can speak, right? You may want to take away 2 trophies. Were we expected to win the Conference League? Yes, right? And we won it. Club World Cup. No one expected to win it. I didn't, right? Now, you can call it Mickey Mouse, call it what you want, right? Still went and won it. And it's a piece of silverware that we won. Have we got beat by PSG? Let me tell you, I've got numbnuts next to me that have been giving it to me. Arsenal fans have been giving it to me. We come away winning the Club World Championship, right? We come away with it. It's the best we could have done last season. One of the best things we could have done last season. Finished 4th and finished 5th. That right here, right now, doesn't feel like that it's been a failure.
What, spending all that money to finish 4th or 5th?
Have you finished?
They're stockpiling young players in hope that they're going to reach their potential, don't you? I mean, right, you go from the keeper, Sanchez, 25 million, you'd be lucky to get your money back.
He's been one of our best players this season, Rhino.
Hold on. Well, slow down, Chase. You've got Gusto right back. Do you remember? I'll tell you what, we was lucky he didn't give a penalty away. It's only because the ref was useless. And the VAR was asleep.
He's a good
And
player.
he's done that on more than one occasion. He's a defender, but he can't judge the flight of a ball. We got Tosh, right? We'll make a couple of grand on him because he didn't cost us $2. We've got Balashiri. He walks around like he's got a coat hanging on his shirt. All he can do is receive the ball from the keeper or the other centre-back, put his foot on the ball, have a little look, wait 5 minutes and give it back to him. If he plays the ball forward, he gives an hospital.
Okay, but look, right. This is the model now at Chelsea. This is the model that you've got. Right, you bring in young players, they do well. You might sell them on, bring in another one. Right, that's the model, right? You have to accept that now at Chelsea, whether you agree with it or not. That is the model. Whether it brings success or not, that's the model. But I'm flabbergasted that Chelsea have gone with a manager who got sacked from Hull. That for me is where I'm like, well, hold on.
You think Jace, he's a yes man. So he's going to take the job and they're going to get what they want. We're going to have the head of the medical department, he'll do the training, head of the recruitment, he'll pick the players, and away they go.
Yeah, I mean, they want someone to come in that's going to fit how they want the football club to be run. I mean, use it as a yes man. They want, here's how we're going to run this football club. All right? Yeah. Now, you can choose to agree or disagree, right?
Do you agree with it?
Without knowing all the facts, it's hard to have an opinion. As a manager, I would want more control of about how many minutes I play a player. Because if he's fit to start a game, look, I understand, right? How many times we've seen players play him, we often hear this, play him like 50 minutes and take him off and bed him back in. But this is what, with the Cole Palmer situation, when he was booed off, and I felt for Maresca, because if he's told he can only play Cole Palmer for an hour, and he's only got an hour in him, Cole Palmer's come off the back, and this is something, I've said this consistently, it's unprecedented. We've not had a pre-season. This is, no one's ever done this in Premier League. Not had a pre-season and go into a season. And I felt for Maresca because he's spinning plates one side, juggling balls the other. He's having to deal with the Lavia situation, still dealing with Reece James, who missed the best part of 4 years with his injuries. Levi Colwell was out for the whole season with a cruciate. He's got Fofana to deal with. Now he's got Cole Palmer and Levi and Delap up top. He's trying to manage all this because he hadn't had a pre-season. And some of these lads ain't going to get 18 months, I'll be on. Cole Palmer goes to the World Cup. If he goes to the World Cup, 18 months he wouldn't have had a rest. And that's what they're trying to juggle. That is unprecedented. No club has ever had that.
Poor old Chelsea.
Yeah, no, we're Club World Champions.
Poor old Chelsea.
No, it's fine. Club World Champion, mate.
Yeah, all right, yeah. I'm not having it.
No, you wouldn't.
Not having it.
Well, by the way, I've not said it yet, but I'm going to have to say it.
Oh, here we go.
No, I've got to say it, right?
Don't talk about my... 03717.
Can you imagine Maresca left Chelsea 13th? Can you imagine that? Up the Spurs.
is only 6 points. But in saying that, it'll mean nothing if we produce a performance and we play like we did today. It don't matter how many points it is, you're never going to get enough points to stay in this division. And I think that's the biggest thing. At this present moment in time, the saving grace is that them points which are there, that gap isn't humongous. But like I said, you play like today and that quickly, that becomes a real big task.
Yeah, that was Scott Parker speaking after his team got beat 2-0 by Brighton today. They've done all right. Chances, but
yeah, they did.
They're not good enough.
Now, Brighton away is always it's a tough place to go, mate, especially when Brighton are at it. I know they've had a bit of an up and down season, Brighton, but I've seen my mob go. I've seen Spurs go. I've seen Man City go. Teams go to Brighton and struggle.
Yeah.
And that was always going to be a tough game. Look, Scotty Parker's been pretty brutally honest there, hasn't he, that you cannot afford to go away and play like that and expect to gather enough points. They got Man United at home at the midweek. I mean, don't know what you're not Man United.
You don't know what Man United are going to turn up.
No,
well, they got injuries at the minute. They got some young lads playing, but yeah, look, you don't know. But look, for me, look, they're not out of it, Burnley. They're not out of it, but I just don't think they're good enough.
Yeah.
I don't think they're good enough.
Leeds United are the problem. It's 3 of 4. Well, it's going to be 2 of 3.
Let's go to Simon. He's a Burnley fan, Si.
Right, Si.
Jason, Jamie, long time no speak. Great show as always.
All right, mate.
Thanks, Si. Look, Burnley obviously struggling at the bottom of the table. You're not happy with Scott Parker, though?
I'm not. No, to be honest, we've had this discussion for many weeks now with Burnley friends, and I've always been, no, the squad's just not got the quality, and it's not Parker's fault. But honestly, after today, that's the final straw for me. I've kind of always been, well, who's going to do a better job? There isn't really any fireman manager out there. There isn't really anyone who's going to. But to be honest, we should have dropped him 3 games ago, I think, and just give ourselves a little bit of a fighting chance.
Parker?
I do. I'm afraid. Yeah, I want to get Martin O'Neill in.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, he wants back into management.
He might be back at Celtic next week.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. No,
everyone wants Martin O'Neill all of a sudden.
Yeah, it's not just the Martin O'Neill thing. Obviously, you had the interview with Jim there saying that he wants back in and stuff. So I think that's whetted everyone's appetite for him. But it's not just the Martin O'Neill thing. It's the Scotty Parker. It's the rubbish substitutions. We're struggling with injuries. We're struggling with players at AFCON. But today we had 4 kids on the bench no one's heard of. We're doing the same substitutions, 85th, 86th minute. I know Brighton's a tough place to go, but we've been at home to a rubbish Palace side who were really rubbish after Europe. We should have done better against Newcastle. Everton 0-0. I live in Dorset and we travelled up there, me and my brother, for a 0-0. It's a long way. I just don't see the way
look,
out.
we had the game on, Simon. Was watching both games, but every time I watch Burnley try and play out from the back, you just give it away, and I'm like, I don't know. Like, I know Scotty's got a start, and I like Scott. I think he's a really good manager, and I think he done brilliant last season with his. But you were built on not conceding goals, solid at the back. You had a good goalie, But when I watched you didn't get beat. Right? That was my main thing. You didn't. This I'm watching you in the Premier League. You're trying to pass it out from the back. You're playing straight balls into midfield, and I'm looking at it going. It's a recipe for disaster. The players ain't good enough.
No, the quality really just isn't there, Jamie.
Wait, there's another goal at Bournemouth. Ian Abrahams.
Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 3. Arsenal brought on 3 substitutes, including Bukayo Saka. Not a bad bloke to bring on, to be fair, from the bench. He's just had a wander down the right-hand side, got to the byline, picked out Declan Rice, who's just stroked in his second of the second half. An artist with the ball. Bukayo Saka set it up. West Ham, £100 million for him. They should have got 200. It was a steal from Arsenal. 200 million for him. Bournemouth 1, Arsenal 3.
Yeah, you're not wrong there, Moose, to be fair. Declan Rice.
Do you know what? It's such a brilliantly crafted goal. It comes from who plays the ball into him? Who's that? He's onside. And Saka makes a brilliant run on the outside, cuts it back. And there's no one's gone with Declan Rice. He's pretty much just inside the box, just wanders in.
Yeah,
Odegaard's the one that plays.
I'll be disappointed as a Bournemouth fan that Declan Rice has scored 2 goals unmarked on the edge of the box.
Yeah, but they drag you deep, don't they, Arsenal? That's what they do. They get you into those areas. Both
Declan Rice is
almost identical
slotted.
goals.
Yeah, he's slotted 2. Fair play, lovely finishes. Yeah. But, you know, it's just 2 easy chances from really of a player of his quality. He's just going to stroke that into the back of the net. You know, where's the midfield from Bournemouth?
Yeah, they've all dropped deep. But Arsenal they get you in those wide areas. And they brought on Trossard and they brought on Saka. I mean, you think about that bench. You and I spoke about the bench. And that's what teams do, mate. 1-0 down, 3-1 up. This is what a Premier League winning side looks like, I'm afraid.
Si, I'm going to come back to you in a minute. We've got a break. Keep your calls coming in. We've got loads to go at. Obviously, Chelsea are a talking point. West Ham still want to hear from you. 03 717 22 3344. You're listening to the Game Day phone on talkSPORT with me, Jamie Hart and Jason Cundy, but there's been another goal. Bournemouth, Ian Abraham.
Bournemouth 2, Arsenal 3. What a hit this is by Junior Krupi off the bench, and he's absolutely smashed it past David Raya. Bournemouth had their ball down the left-hand side. It was played in towards Krupi, and from, I would say, about 20 yards out, 25 yards out even, right of centre, he's cracked it right-footed across David Raya and into the back of the net. Bournemouth 2, Arsenal 3. This may not be done yet.
Yeah, game on. 03 717 223344, number to call. You want to have your say on any of today's football. The World Darts Championship, that follows us from 8 p.m. here on talkSPORT, the Darts YouTube channel as well. Luke Littler versus Gian Van Veen will cross over to North London for a preview this hour. And now, though, we're continuing to take calls on the first Saturday afternoon, Premier League football in 2026.
goalkeeper's gone miles away, and he's out of his goal, and McGuinness put it in from 30 yards, and he's surely sealed the points now. It's 3-1.
It's Celtic 1, Rangers 3. Mikey Moore, on loan from Tottenham, gets a cracking goal.
It's Swang now cutting the ball across, and Wolves have scored. They have the first goal of the game. Hwang, who will step up for Wolverhampton Wanderers to take this spot kick against Areola. He sends it down the middle. Areola goes to his right, and Wolves have doubled their advantage with half an hour played at Molineux. Wolves 2, West Ham United 0. And it's a goal for the home side. Brighton 1, Burnley 0. Jorginho Rutter with a finish from a tight angle. He's got more work to do here as well. Mateus Mane has made it 3-0 to Wolverhampton Wanderers. And Brighton have doubled their lead within 90 seconds of the restart. Brighton 2, Burnley 0. Yassin Ayari is the goal scorer.
Yeah, that's how today's action is sounded across the talkSPORT network. We'll be around to take calls from 7:30 as well today. The conclusion of Bournemouth v Arsenal. It's a brilliant game happening. We're going to check back in with Ian Abrahams if there's any big moments. But we're taking calls on today's football. Let's go to Terry. He's a Wolves fan. Right, Tel?
Right, Tel.
All right, lads.
Yeah, Tel, look, Wolves are good today.
Well, yeah, I thought we was decent, but we've been looking decent for the last 3 or 4 games. I just thought I'd come on and finally say something positive about our season so far, because as you can see, it's been dire. But I think Rob Edwards today, I think he got it right, and we've uncovered a gem in Mateus Mane.
Yeah.
And if we just keep the progress going step by step, I don't think our season's over. I think we can get out of it with performances like that. Who gets behind them at Molineux. And I thought we played really, really well, and I think we played together as a team finally this season, I mean, I was sat in the stands with some of the lads, and I don't mind going down, I don't mind getting relegated, because it is what it is. Our chairman sold the ship years ago, selling all our best players. But
you're going down, though, Tel. I'm sorry, mate. You're going down.
I don't want to rain on your chips.
I totally understand what the table looks like, but West Ham lose a couple, Burnley lose a couple, Wolves win a couple. We slap bang, we bang back in there.
You've got 18 games left. You need to win 9 of them.
It's doable on performances like today. And I'm bringing up because obviously Wolves have been nailed all season by everyone has obviously written us off. But the last Arsenal against Liverpool, against Man United, we look good. We're just unlucky. Today we look brilliant, especially with Tolu Akadari up the front. Mane playing just off him. I think that's a formula going forward. And I've got to say about John Arias as well. He's not a number 10, he's not a number 9, but I think he's slotted perfectly in that midfield. And I think he's finally starting to find his feet. Are we going down? Probably. But let's go down with a fight. And today we showed some fight.
I thought you were really good.
Ring up and say.
I thought you were really good. That much time.
Do you know what, Tel? You're right. The performances have been better. And you can see, And today, it was the scoreline that was the shock. And 3-0 at half time. West Ham were terrible. But you've got to do what you've got to do. What I think you should be taking some real heart from is the fact that you're starting the rebuild now for next season in the Championship. That's where I think Rob Edwards can really earn his money. I think that's the reason why Rob was brought in. He brought Luton up, and I think if you can see more of this between now and the end of the season, and you are going to go down, I don't want to bring the.
We probably will.
No.
We probably will, but as long as we fight.
Yeah, and then build for next season.
And I must say, I've got a feel for the West Ham fans as well, because they were giving it and we were giving it, and we was one, because they're banging in trouble as well. Their board sold them down that ship, getting rid of Moisey and whatnot. But our demise lands at the feet of our owners and our chairman, who was finally gone. And hopefully now we can start the rebuild, and
I agree with that.
Hopefully let's keep some of our better players, But I've got a special mention for that Mateus Mane.
No.
Yeah. What a young kid.
Yeah.
I was saying to the lads in the stands, let's let him flourish now. Let's let him progress. Let's not get on his case. Let him grow as a player.
Yeah.
And
it'll be sold in the summer, though.
Well, I think Gomez and Andre will be sold. There's your 100 million as usual, and then we'll replace them. I just think if we do go down, we've got to go back to a core English centre forward, centre midfielder, and a centre back as well. I'd take Max Kilman back. And we was also talking about getting Connor Cody back in getting in the coaching just to get because we've not had a leader since Cody, and obviously Nuno returned to Molineux today, and I've got to say it was special. We're 3-0 up, we won the game, sing the man's name, and I thought that was really special for Wolves fans as well because it gave us something. It gave us all this. All going to work now Monday morning, buzzing. Come on, let's bring on the next game.
All right.
What a start to the year.
Yeah,
2026 might be a good year still for you, right?
Maybe.
Well, let's hope so. And if we do get relegated, at least we get the Albion in the Championship.
All right. Terry, thanks for your
Cheers,
call. Let's take a look at the latest odds in the 5:30 game, all thanks to Betfair.
Topic of the day on talkSPORT with Betfair. 18+ gambleaware.org.
Yeah, it's currently Bournemouth 2, Arsenal 3, but it is game on. We've got 9 minutes of time still to play, plus added. Bournemouth to win 50-1. The draw is 2-1. Arsenal to win 8-1 on. That's all thanks to Betfair. 18+ gambleaware.org.
Odds update on talkSPORT with Betfair. Play in a different league this season with Safe Sub from Betfair. 18+ gambleaware.org.
I'm going to go back to Simon, the Burnley fan, because we cut him off when we was talking about Scott Parker. Si, look, you want Scott Parker to go. I think you're wrong. I think you need to stick it out with him. I think he's a good manager.
I think the problem is, Jamie, a section of the fans think that, it's all right, we'll go back down and he's good to get us back up again. But it's a dangerous game. We've done it for a lot of years now, just yo-yoing back and forth. It's a dangerous game. We've seen it with Southampton, we've seen it with Leeds, we've seen it with Derby. It doesn't always work like that. And we're in some financial difficulty when it doesn't. It's quite a worrying prospect. And I just don't want to be. I said it to you last season. Just let us win it and leave us there, because the Prem. It's just. I've got a 7-year-old lad who I bring with me, and he's not a Glory fan by any stretch of the imagination. But it's hard explaining to him it's not going to be like last season. Like we're going to get.
Yeah, I actually remember that phone call. I remember you phoning us up.
Yeah.
I remember, and we slaughtered you. To be fair, we did because you wanted to win the league and stay in the Championship.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
It's just no fun when you're a club like Burnley who just aren't investing enough or just not getting the players. We can't do a Brighton model or even a Bournemouth model in seasons recently. A Crystal Palace, we just don't seem to be able to do that. So just going up and going back down, it's just a little bit.
I understand.
There's no structure.
No, I understand how heartbreaking it must be to be up. Look, you want to be in the Premier League. You do. You don't want to be in the Championship. You don't. Come on. Come on. Come on. Just you want to be in the.
I want to be in the Premier League, but I want to stay there.
I know.
Of
course you
ain't good enough.
Just for a
no, but it's about finding a way.
We're not.
But you know what? Right. I seem to remember. You tell me if I'm wrong here. I seem to remember Sean Dyche coming up and going down. They kept Sean Dyche. He brought you back up and you stayed. Have I got that right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah,
right.
we had a good few years
right,
there. Yeah.
But I'm sure there would have been fans that would have said at some stage, get rid of Sean Dyche. He can't keep us in the league. Yet going down and coming back up, he and the club learned. I know it's a different club back then, but that it can be done for a club like Burnley. It can be done.
It can, as long as you're coming back up while you've still got those parachute payments. It's when those run out and you haven't made it back, and then trouble starts to happen. We were bought on a leveraged buyout, which isn't allowed anymore. So it's quite scary when you look at our accounts and things like that. I don't want to bore you, but it's quite scary reading. So it's all right while the money's there and stuff, but I've seen it happen to too many clubs.
Yeah.
And,
all right, Si. Listen. Thanks for your call. I appreciate it. Loads to go at. We're going to cross over to the Ali Pally next as well, but we're obviously going to take calls on Bournemouth Arsenal. That's coming up from 7:30 because we are staying on till 8 today. We've got some Chelsea fans. We've got some West Ham fans we're going to speak to. 03 717 22 3344. Yeah, you're listening to the Game Day phone in on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie Hire and Jason Cundy. When we're finished at 8 p.m, it's over to the Ali Pally. Live radio commentary of the 2026 PDC World Darts Championship final. Luke Littler, the defending champion, versus Gian Van Veen, who's been brilliant throughout the tournament. We can head to North London now. Ian Dancer, Paul Nicholson are raring to go.
Thanks, Jamie. Yeah, we are in our commentary position side stage here at Alexandra Palace, waiting along with the 3,500 fans filing in for this final to take place. A chance for Luke Littler to win back-to-back world titles, and that's a very short list of players that have done that. But no man has ever held the youth world title and the senior world title at the same time. That's what Gian Van Veen can do this evening. And Paul Nicholson, we've been here since December the 11th, taking in all the drama of this tournament. I think we always knew that Luke Littler was going to make it, but let's talk about Van Veen first of all. How about him making it to the final tonight?
He's been very special over the last 3 weeks. He's conducted himself incredibly well in some difficult circumstances at times. In his first round match, he came here knowing that he'd never won a game here before, and now he's won 6 in a row to get into the biggest game of darts that there has ever been, because this is for £600,000 extra tonight. It's a lot of money in any language, in any currency, and even though the players have already said it's not about the money, it's about getting their hands on the Sid Waddell trophy, it's an added bonus.
Have you seen any weaknesses at all in Luke Littler's approach, game, mentality during the course of these championships?
Set 1 of the semi-final, that was about it. He didn't play very well in the first set against Ryan Searle. Apart from that, he's looked ruthless. And tonight I expect him to be in a very hungry mood, because he's got an exquisite record in finals. And I do expect him to win, but I think he's going to be pushed to a new level.
Is Gian the most likely of those who made the latter stages of this tournament to give Luke a serious test tonight?
Yes, we've spoken with Chief Executive Matthew Porter in the last hour or two. He believes that the 2 best players are in the final. I agree with Matt, and I think if you look at some of the head-to-head records against the #1 in the world, Littler, Van Veen is one of the candidates who can push him. The only other one who really statistically could, because of previous experience, is Gerwyn Price, and he was eliminated about 2 weeks ago.
He was. Well, it's a best of 13 sets match, Jamie, so the first to 7 sets will get their hands on the Sid Waddell trophy that's currently sitting on the stage opposite our commentary position, and that £1 million first prize, the first year that has been on offer at these PDC World Championships. So it's all to come on talkSPORT, live and exclusive after you're done with the phone in, Jamie. Luke Littler against Gian Van Veen for the PDC World Darts Championship.
Boys, I just want to question about Van Veen. He has been magnificent. Gary Anderson last night gave him a right run for his money, but in the end he finished too well. I just wonder, what has he got to do to get past? Because there's moments in these legs and going in, obviously the sets, but the finishing is absolutely crucial. Of course it is, but what can he do to try and get the better of Littler? Because Littler looks unpregnable at the minute.
It's a good point, that, Jason, because I think when it comes to Littler, his scoring ability, it can't be surpassed unless you have maybe the best day of your life. So the components that make Gian Van Veen extremely dangerous, they have to show up tonight, or he will not become world champion. The finishing's going to have to be at the same level as the Anderson game, if not a little bit better. But I think this is all down to something that Chris Mason and I were talking about earlier today in doing some preparation. It's about how much Gian Van Veen can hold his own throw in this game. If he can manage to not be broken on his own throw as much and be a little bit stronger on his own throw, especially when he throws first in his sets, if he can be strong there, he's got an excellent chance.
Yeah, I know, and look, I agree with that. From what I've seen, the 2 best players are there, but I can't see past Littler. I honestly can't. I think
it's going to be close. I do. I genuinely, this Van Veen, I've been watching
not many
him.
people can. No. Not many people can see past Luke. You know, the perceived wisdom from everybody around here that we've been speaking to. They're talking about the set score that we keep hearing is 7-5, isn't it, Nico, in Luke Littler's favour?
Yeah, I think that is on the lips of most people backstage. They know that Van Veen is comfortable playing at Littler's pace. He doesn't mind going toe-to-toe with him. They've had great games in the past. The head-to-head record is tied. and we do expect Littler to find that extra burst at the end. That's when he's at his strongest, and I think that's why we believe he's going to win the title by 2 sets.
All right, Dan, Paul, we'll see you soon. They're taking over from 8 p.m. live from the Ali Pally. We're going to get full time in just a moment. It is still 3-2 to Arsenal. Let's quickly take a call. Go to Simon, who's a West Ham fan. Si?
All right.
Can you hear me all right?
All right, sorry.
Si.
Well, I'm on my way back from that abysmal performance by West Ham, and people say they've seen bad stuff over the years. Well, that's probably the worst I've ever seen the team play. Absolutely atrocious. And having listening to some of your callers, think about Kilman and his name being booed during the announcements. That's nonsense. Didn't happen, but it did happen during the game because he may as well have been wearing a Wolf shirt.
Right. Okay. I know he's not a massive favourite of the West Ham fans. I've heard you guys say that we take calls on the sports bar. He's had a tough time there, but is it okay? Maybe not boo, but is there a toxicity around the away fans even going into the games? How do you feel going into it? And as a player, how do you think they feel?
Well, yeah, I think you're right. There is. I mean, one of the other callers said something about, we thought we were beaten before we got there. Well, it's actually true. I mean, I parked up at 5 minutes from the ground. I was chatting to some Wolves fans on the way in, and they jokingly said, we're going to win 5-0. Well, they were more than halfway there, weren't they? And easily. They strolled it. It was poor.
Yeah, it was really poor. Si, listen, wait there because we are coming into full time at Bournemouth. Ian Abrahams.
Bournemouth 2, Arsenal 3. Bournemouth took the lead when Evan Nielsen capitalised on an error by Gabriel to put them ahead. Gabriel, though, fired Arsenal level off. Good work by Noni Madueke. That was 1-1 at half-time. 2 Declan Rice goals stroked in perfectly. The first from just on the edge of the area, the second inside the box. One set up by Odegaard, the other by Bukayo Saka, before Krupi from 25 yards reduced the arrears to 3-2. And Bournemouth have one last chance, you feel now, as we tick into the 7th added minute here at the Vitality. It's going to be a long throw from Antoine Semenyo. The truth today is that he's been quite quiet. If it is his last appearance at home, it's a long throw to the near post, headed back towards him, and it's referee's blown up. I think for a handball, no, he's blown up for full time, and the home fans are furious, the players are furious. But I think it was while the ball was in the air for the throw. What it does mean is Arsenal have got the job done here. Their players are celebrating, and they are 7 points clear of Manchester City as City head into their game at the weekend with Chelsea. Finished here, Bournemouth 2, Arsenal 3.
Unbelievable. There was 6 minutes added time, and at 17 seconds past 96 minutes, he blows up. I mean, Semenyo is coming back to his feet. Let him put a cross in.
But you can't criticise the ref for blowing the whistle. Time is minimum play.
I know, but minimum. We always say minimum time. Most of these.
I think
if it's Arsenal. If that's Arsenal, it gets played out.
No, I think the referee should allow the ball to come back in, because there's the throw in, all that. Right? I agree with all that, but he hasn't done anything wrong. It's only a personal opinion. I think the referee.
No, but the referee's just jumped at the opportunity to blow the final whistle.
No, but if the clock is up, the clock is up. So the throw-ins come in, they've cleared it, and he blows the whistle. I think that they should, and I agree with all the Bournemouth players and Areola, by the way.
They're going mad after the game.
They are. But he's not done anything wrong, the ref. The time is up. The clock has ticked. He's had 6 minutes. I think the way I've watched football over the years, once the time's up, especially added time, let the ball go out, put the ball back in. Once that's cleared, blow up then. I agree with that. But you can't disagree with that.
If it's the other way round, if that's at home at Arsenal, there's no way.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
No way.
What are you saying? They're saying they're biased towards Arsenal.
Well, I'm just saying it's an easy opportunity for the referee to just blow up and get out of there.
I don't know. It's a storm in a teacup for me. The time is up.
He'd rather have Bournemouth fans moaning at him because there's only 12,000 of them than Arteta moaning if Semenyo bends one in the top corner in the 97th minute.
Yeah, but it happens. That happens in football. How many goals have we seen scored? It's a minimum of.
Let it play out.
I agree with Jay.
If Declan Rice heads it out for a throw-in, right, fine. He heads it out to the edge of the box. Semenyo's standing there. He's about to cross it. Oh, I have a shot.
They've had 6 minutes added time.
I know, but
the throw-ins come in. They've cleared it.
It just I don't know. It just don't sit right with me, that, with the ref. Like, come on. You agree with me?
No, look, I agree that I felt at that particular time, because there's a throw-in and there's been 17 seconds, I believe that he should allow the time for Semenyo to put the ball in the box. However, it ain't the time is up.
And by the way, Bournemouth run out of legs. I get that. They did. But the quality, normally when they got themselves back in the game, make it 3-2, and you go, right, Bournemouth got 15 minutes here to really kind of step on the gas, push Arsenal back. They made it so easy for
I know, but
they made it so easy. They did. They made it so easy. I know Arsenal are great defensively. I get that. I get all that, Jason. They are. But
I agree.
They were putting in the box.
They didn't help themselves. If you go long,
to give them the ball
if you go long, right, you know better than me. If you go long, as that ball's going over here, as a midfielder, you've got to squeeze the second ball.
Yeah, you've got to. But they run out of legs. Yeah. But some of the quality at the end of the game, you can see why Bournemouth. Bournemouth are.
1-0 down, 3-1 up, mate. That's one of those victories Arsenal fans will look back and go, that's one of those results where we've had to dig in, didn't play particularly well again, got ourselves at nose in front, then got pegged back to 3-2. But they got over the line, mate, and that's what it's all about.
It is a massive result for Arsenal. They have won away from home, extending their lead at the top of the table. You can have your say on that. We are staying on till 8 o'clock, so if you're a Bournemouth fan, you are an Arsenal fan, 03717 223344.
26k for 2026 on talkSPORT.
Yeah, talkSPORT kicking off 2026 by giving you the chance to win a massive 26 grand. Cundy, tell us more.
At 12 p.m. this Friday, this Friday we're calling one lucky winner with a guaranteed payment made that day. Yet one of you could pocket 26 grand. 26k for 2026. Jay, how can you enter?
Yeah, for your chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Text costs £2.50 plus your standard network rate. Or call 0343 423 9761. Lines close 12 p.m. Friday. That's when you need to answer your phone if it rings. UK residents only, 18 plus. This is a network promotion. Full T's and C's at talksport.com/win. See for your chance to win, text WIN to 83338. Now, good luck. Ooh. Right, now it's time for this.
O'Hara and Cundy's weekend winners and losers.
Yeah, it's that time of the weekend. We're going to pick our winners and losers. 3 of each. Jace, where are we starting?
I'm starting off at Aston Villa. John McGinn scored his first brace since they were in the Championship.
Wow.
By the way, I've never seen anyone use their backside quite as well as him since Eden Hazard.
Yeah.
He sticks that big. Oh, he's like someone stuck a couple of hard hats down there, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a footballer, does he? But
no.
he uses his bum so well, don't you think?
Yeah, yeah.
How he just
he's strong as
shields the ball,
yeah.
winning the ball, holding on to the ball. He was excellent today. So he's the winners.
Okay.
Edwards, we got to give.
Yeah, Rob Edwards.
We got to, mate. First win.
Yeah. Fair play to him.
Yeah, it was against the very, very poor West Ham side, it has to be said.
Yeah, but
they got themselves their first 3 points since April. That goes back some way, that mate.
That's outrageous.
April last year.
That is ridiculous.
But he's starting to build for next season. So well done, Rob Edwards. Well done, Wolves and Danny Roll. Wowzers, 1-0 down. Where Celtic Rangers were first half. They were terrible. Honestly, I'm like this Rangers side. They're just terrible. I cannot believe what I'm watching here in a Glasgow derby. Second half, they come out, mate. They get themselves level. Celtic turned into Rangers. Like the game of two halves. Rangers second half were outstanding. Danny Rowe, well done him. Non-C, mate. Don't know what's happened. He can't. Was it 6 defeats?
Is he in the losers?
Have to wait and see, mate.
Okay, well,
have to wait and see.
All right, well, let's do it then.
Okay, losers. Wilfred Notty. Didn't wait long, did you?
No, he had to be in there.
Honestly, I don't know how he's going to get out of this mess. I don't know how he's going to get out of this one. To have a terrible start to his life, especially what Martin O'Neill had done, right? Steadied the ship, got them playing with a 4 at the back. Clearly, he was getting some good results. He lost the final in amongst his first 3 games. Then all of a sudden he gets a win, and then you think, right, can he build on this? Today's result is as bad as it gets for him.
Yeah.
Losing in the derby against Rangers, going 1-0 up, and then getting your pants pulled down second half by 3 goals. Terrible result,
mate. We're going to
mate.
hear from him in about 10 minutes. So,
yeah, okay.
I mean, I think Celtic fans want him out. I do.
No, they do want him out, mate.
I think they want him out.
Yeah.
Get Martin O'Neill back.
Big angel, Martin. No, get the pair of them.
Get Martin O'Neill back. That was a good shout. That was a good appointment. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what they were saying.
I don't know.
Honestly,
I know why they brought him in, right? He said that they
outrageous.
brought him as interim just to steady the ship until they found a permanent replacement.
Martin O'Neill was the perfect replacement. He's been there and done it.
Jay, they accidentally found the right, not accidentally, but they stumbled. No one expected Martin O'Neill to come in and do as well as he did, right? Because that's tough. That's a big gig, right?
If I'm in charge at Celtic,
I know,
and I'm seeing all of us,
I know,
looking at the team, going,
yeah,
why
are we changing it?
Why are we changing it?
Why are we going to change it?
Why are we even looking at it?
I know.
Let's just keep.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Just leave it. Martin O'Neill, Sean Maloney, good little.
Yeah,
good
totally
balance
agree,
here.
mate.
Martin O'Neill's the manager. Maloney taking the training sessions. Players like him. They respect Martin O'Neill. He's a top manager. He's been there and done it. Why do we need to change it? Let's just keep it as it is.
I know.
Let's wait till the end of the season.
I know.
And see where we're at. We've got a final coming up. We've got to play Rangers a couple of times. Martin O'Neill knows exactly how to get results.
Jay,
I'll tell you what we'll do. We're bringing a geezer who finished 7th in the MLS, who has absolutely no clue about Scottish football, absolutely no clue what it means to win big games in Scottish football. And he comes in and he give it all the spill. This is our project. This is the model. He's the guy to take us forward. Blah, blah, blah. He's lost 6 out of 8.
Yeah.
absolute charlatan running football club.
You've made the decision to get rid of the manager. Then you bring Martin O'Neill in, and I know why he was brought in, just to say until we find a permanent replacement, right? But we must be going, right, we're still looking. And someone must have gone, hold on, have you seen what he's doing?
Yeah.
Have you seen what he's doing? All right, you know. That's a big jump to replace him. And they've jumped the wrong way. You could have just said, you know what, let's see. Let's just wait. Wait, he's doing all right.
Yeah, just wait.
And
now
they're struggling. So they're only level on points. They're only above Rangers on goal difference. Hearts can't believe their luck, I don't think. But they've been good.
Hearts have been good, but I mean,
don't be surprised if we see Martin O'Neill not on White and Jordan anymore at some stage, because he may well be back. Keep his hotel room. That's what they should have done, Celtic. Don't clear your room out. Keep it there.
I don't know what they were doing.
Yeah, okay. Another loser, John Victor, right? For the Forest goalkeeper for John McGinn's second goal, Villa's third. He's come from the problem.
Cundy.
No, here's the problem he's got, right? His starting position is actually very good. He's outside the box. Yeah. He's starting as a goalkeeper. His starting position is good. But the run is so deep from McGinn, the ball is so good. He then gets caught. What he should do is retreat, because actually the situation wasn't dangerous. What he made the situation dangerous. Comes steaming out, and then John McGinn has a look up. Can't believe he's got this yellow shirt about 10 yards from him, thinking, what are you doing here? It's like a steward's run on the pitch, right? What's a steward doing on the pitch? Opens the goal up and just bends it round. He can't believe his luck. Terrible goal. Then he goes down. I think he holds his hammy or holding some in. I think he's pulled his ego, mate. I think I've nicked that line, by the way, of Sam Matface. And then Matt Sells comes on. Matt Sells, by the way, he's on the bench. So John Victor's gone down. He's down for about 5 minutes. Matt Sells is sitting there, replacement goalkeeper. He's still sitting on the bench. Hasn't got his gloves on, hasn't got his top on. You're going to come on. If a goalkeeper goes down injured,
you've got to go and warm up.
You've got to go minimum. He's still sat on the bench. Sean Dyche, that would, if I supported Forest.
What's happened to old Dyche Ball?
Dyche Ball's gone, mate.
Dyche Ball. It's not happening, Dyche Ball, is it?
No.
It's gone a bit Dyche.
It's gone Dyche, mate. I still think that they'll be all right, because
West
Ham is as bad as anything. But if Sean Dyche has been in the game as long as anyone, right? And that's when he played, the subs were so, when I played, right, there's only one or two subs when I played.
Get your shin pads on.
If you weren't ready to go on, you would get absolutely battered. Now they sit there with their trainers on, the boots undone, no pads on, put your shirt on. Why have they not got the shirt on? Someone's got to explain that to me. Have your shirt on,
Because they want to keep warm. You don't need your shirt on until you're on the pitch.
No.
So you put a little Under Armour on.
No. You put that over your shirt.
Yeah, but then you've got to take it off.
No. You've got to take it all off anyway, and then put your shirt on.
Nah, I don't mind not having the shirt on.
Oh, no, all right, you and I are going to fall out.
Shin pads should be ready at half time.
Shin pads and boots done up.
Shin pads and boots ready to rock them.
So let me ask you this, right? Your match-playing shirt is where?
It's next to me on the bench.
What's on your top? What's on your top?
I've got my tracksuit top on.
Right.
I've got my Under Armour. If it's cold, I've got my Under Armour. I've got my tracksuit top.
Right.
Little jumper.
Right.
And then my coat.
Right, let me do that. I'm now going to just redress you.
Okay, go on. You're redressing me.
Right, okay. You then put your shirt on first. Then over that,
I would want to take. I would take everything off and then put my shirt on.
No, see, you're part of the problem.
What do you mean I'm part of the problem?
You're part of the problem. This is it. See, you've been tainted by the modern day. You're part of that old school. Honestly, I'm old school.
Trousers as well. If it's cold, you have your
trousers. Oh, tracky bottoms.
Yeah, your tracky bottoms on. So once before, I mean,
I know you trying to tell me this.
I mean, probably not the greatest example to get something from, but I had my tracksuit bottoms on. I had my stuff on, and Harry Redknapp.
Where's your shirt?
My shirt's next to me. My shin pads are on.
Thank God for that.
So I've got my tracksuit bottoms on.
Do you know what? Thank you very much.
Harry Redknapp says, James, you're coming on. I need you coming on. Get on. All right, so take my top off, put my shirt on, ready to go. Take the tracksuit bottoms down. I ain't got no shorts on.
Exactly what I mean. Your era are part of the problem. You've created this.
I forgot to put my shorts on.
That's disgusting, mate. Do you know what? You should be fined a week's wages for that. Do not think?
So I had to get Dootsy, the kit man. I went, Dootsy.
Right, let me ask you this.
I've got no shorts. Quick, run down the tunnel. Quick, I need some shorts.
If you're a manager now, Premier League side, live on Sky,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And on your
I
manager...
wouldn't put him on. I'll put someone else on. Oh, but you can sit down, son.
Yeah, it's disgusting, mate.
We've all been there.
No, I've not.
Well, you used to sit on the bench.
No, I'm ready, mate. Jay,
sit there ready to go, mate, with your match shirt on, ready to go. And
Jay,
you still didn't put you on.
Jay, always ready to go.
No, you're ready to go,
Jay.
mate. You sat there freezing cold.
No.
Gaffer's looking at the bench.
Right, listen, I tell you what,
Who can I put on here?
Tell you
Need a
what,
centre half.
Harry Redknapp will put me on ahead of you.
Centre half. Who's not going to...
No, Jay.
Assistant manager. Cundy's
Anyway,
over
let's
there.
move on.
Gaffer. Cundy's, he's ready. Yeah.
Listen, if you're not ready to come
Not
on...
sure that... Nah.
No, if you're not ready
We'll play with 10.
At
We'll
least-
play with 10.
Disgusting from you. Disgusting. And the last one... Nuno, I can't...
Oh,
Nuno, mate.
Nuno.
You've been credited with the first manager against Wolves that pick up 3 points in 2026. And it's taken... How long does it take? How many days? See, that's a terrible result, mate.
It's not good.
Terrible, mate.
No.
Anyway, there's your winners and there's your losers.
All right, there's your winners and losers.
O'Hara and Cundy's weekend winners and losers.
Right, talking of Wilfred Nancy, let's hear from him now. Well, he's
but I think it's best off saying nothing, mate. I think it might be best off keeping quiet.
Oh, dearie me, not good.
No.
That's how bad it was. Yeah. That was our Wilfred Nancy
terrible
interview.
Mate.
All right,
survives that.
keep your calls coming in. 03717 22 3344. You're listening to the GameDay phone in on talkSPORT. Me, Jeremy Hart, and Jason Cundy. Last 10 minutes of calls. You want to have your say? 03 717 22 33 44. Before we do that, let's look ahead to tomorrow's Premier League action with Sky Sports.
Stay ahead of the game on talkSPORT with Sky Sports. Stream the biggest Premier League games flexibly with Now. Like Fulham versus Liverpool live tomorrow. Search Now Sports. 18 plus. Stream via internet. Terms apply.
Some big games tomorrow, Jace.
Big games tomorrow, matey.
Yeah, big fixture list. Man City. I'll start with that one. You're playing your mob.
Yeah, managerless Chelsea.
How you feeling?
Look, realistically, I need to be honest with myself. This is tough. Even going in with a steady team, steady squad, manager that's won the last.
Who's taking the game tomorrow?
Callum McFarlane is under 21 manager coach.
Okay.
I know nothing about him.
Okay.
But I do know they play a 4-2-3-1. I don't know whether the inverted. What are you laughing at? Why are you being?
Is that the model, is it? The model.
Well, that's
the project.
They all play the same way. I mean, Jay, you've been through the system. You play the same way as the first team manager. They come from the youth team, the reserves, the under 21s, whatever it might be.
Yeah.
So you can slot in, right?
Yeah.
The managers, the coaching staff is the same.
Yeah.
So he's come in. I don't know that he's going to invert the fullbacks. I'm really fascinated to see that.
Okay.
Under no illusions about how difficult this is going to be. Can we get something? I hope and kind of pray.
Am I right in saying you've done all right against the big teams, though?
Yeah. I mean, we drew with Arsenal, beat Liverpool. I'm not even going to mention Spurs. Got beat away at United, though, when Sanchez got sent off.
Yeah, all right. But that was, you can accept that.
Yeah, I think, I don't know whether you can take anything from that because there's been so much upheaval at the club. I don't know. I'm expecting to play a similar team, a similar thing to what Maresca did and was doing, but December was a disaster. I tell you what's really interesting, it's going to be Esteval when he starts. I thought he played really well against Bournemouth.
Yeah.
The boy is a superstar.
He is a star.
Was Maresca managing his minutes? Was he told? Who knows? But I'll take a draw now, mate. I'll take a draw. You know,
you jump at the opportunity for a draw.
Take your arm off, mate. Take it off now.
Yeah, absolutely. That's be a massive result if they can get something there. Man City need to win that one.
Yeah, well, on the back of that, they've got to keep the pressure on Arsenal.
Yeah,
they're at home.
Yeah, it's not looking good for you, is it? Let's be honest.
I'll take a draw.
Let's talk about my mob. We're at home to Sunderland. Some
at home is the key word.
Yeah,
here.
I know. At home.
At home. Gonna go Sunderland 3-0, mate.
Oh, shut up, you idiot. I mean, look, Tottenham, we need to sort out our home form. Our home form
unbelievable,
is so
Jay.
bad. It's so bad.
It's ridiculous.
But I watched this the other night against Brentford and I realised why our home form's so bad. Because we are bad. But away from home, you can get away with it because you accept being average and you'd accept being, without the ball. You'd accept, not penetrating teams and moving the ball.
Are you playing the same way at home as you are away?
We play the same way we do away
is that what you say?
as we do at home.
Yeah, well, you can't.
And the problem is the fans won't accept it at home because they're like, hold on a minute, this is unbelievably bad. We're not going to accept playing this type of football at home. So then the pressure comes, then the boos come, and all of a sudden, that's when the panic station
Maybe, Jay, 2026, maybe the home form turn around. Mate, you never know, mate.
Well, it can't get any worse.
Sunderland
are a good team, though.
They are a
good side.
They are, and they're where they are. And you don't get to where you are in the first week of January in the Premier League if you're not doing something right. And Reggie Labrie has done a marvellous job. It's still Spurs away. I mean, I think it feels like a draw right here. Do you know what I mean? It feels like...
No, we got to get 3 points, mate.
No, you've got to, but that doesn't mean you will.
No, it feels like a 3-0 win for us. 3-0.
It doesn't, mate.
Yeah, it does.
And when was the last time we won 3-0? Have you done it this season?
Yeah, I think we have. Beat Burnley.
Oh, mate, beat Burnley. Well done. I mean...
Copenhagen? Beat them. Good result.
What was the score against Copenhagen?
4-0.
Honestly, I remember doing that show with you that night.
Good team.
Honestly, you lot, you make me laugh.
Good team.
Yeah, you're going to win everything that day, wouldn't you?
Van der Ven, goal of the century.
It was. Where are you in the league? Let me have a look.
Let's move on. Newcastle.
No, seriously. You're 13th.
We're above Newcastle.
You're 13th, Jay.
We're above Newcastle.
Yeah, Palace are above you. Fulham are above you.
Yeah. But we're above Newcastle.
What's that matter?
What's happened to Newcastle?
Yeah, they've... I don't know, actually, because I've seen them play... I've watched them play games and you think, what a good side they are.
Yeah.
And you watch them and you go, in other games you go, like Sunderland away a couple of weeks ago, what a bad side they can be.
Yeah, I watched them at West
They're a
Ham.
little bit like
terrible.
Spurs, you know. They're a little bit like you.
They're better than us. I know. I'm happy to say it. Their team's better than ours.
No, but they're a bit like you in terms of the inconsistent. You don't know what you're going to get. You
Yeah.
don't know what performance. Don't know how it's going to play out. It's been a tricky one for Eddie Howe. This, but they've still got. They're still in the in the Carabao Cup semi-final. They've got something.
Yeah, they've still got something to play for, but they need to be better. I mean, they're 14th in the table. Newcastle
That
is 14th in the table.
That's no good, mate.
Crystal Palace though. Look, Mateta scored the other day, but they've been a bit. I mean,
Yeah, they're another funny. I mean, look,
Yeah.
they've had a lot to deal with. They've had injuries. They've had a lot of football in Europe, and they've come thick and fast. And I've heard a couple of Palace fans moan about the amount of games they've had to play. Glasner's had something to say on it, but that's what happens when you play in Europe. Thursday, Sunday, it happens. That's what, and he's got to deal with that. Glasner. I know the injuries hurt a team like Palace more than they hurt a team like Newcastle and Spurs. So, go on. I'm going to go for a Newcastle win, mate.
Okay, just last couple of games. Fulham v Liverpool. Liverpool.
Oh, another one. What's going on with Liverpool? They're the strangest team right now because I saw them midweek. 0-0 with Leeds. Leeds were good.
Yeah.
Leeds absolutely deserved that point. Liverpool, mate. Honestly, it was like watching it's like watching 11 snails on the pitch. It was.
No, they don't look great, do they? I don't
There's
know.
no urgency. There's no press. They all look knackered. They all look. The ball comes in. There's a zip. I watched Arsenal today, and when they last 10 minutes of the game, there was an energy still about Arsenal.
Yeah,
still about closing down. Fighting. Even though their legs are tired, their brains are tired, still keep doing it. Liverpool, halfway through the second half, you're going, they're going to kick in. They're going to kick in now. They're going to.
Yeah,
didn't happen.
They've lost that gear, haven't they?
They haven't.
They had.
They've completely gone. Slot. He's in. He's got to buck up his ideas, mate.
He does need to buck up his ideas.
They look miles off doing anything right now.
Yeah, and just lastly, Everton v Brentford. Keith Andrews done an all right job, but so's David Moyes.
Yeah, Everton at home. They haven't had many bad results. I think the only defeat is that your lot went up there and beat them 3-0. I think. I see. Anyway, it was a victory. Spurs went up there, first side to win there. I'm going to go Everton just because they're at home. And David Moyes manages to find a way, a bit more experience than Keith Andrews. So I'm going to go for an Everton victory 2-1.
Okay, that was a look ahead to tomorrow's Premier League action. Don't forget that with Now you can stream all the Sky Sports action flexibly, like Fulham v Liverpool, Man City v Chelsea, live tomorrow. Search Now Sports.
Stay ahead of the game on talkSPORT with Sky Sports. Stream the biggest Premier League games flexibly with Now, like Man City versus Chelsea, live tomorrow. Search Now Sports, 18 plus, stream via internet, terms apply.
Jason, I've got some breaking news for you.
Go on, matey.
Good team.
Go on.
Strasbourg.
Yep.
Yeah, they drew with 13 place Nice.
No, tough game, that. No, tough game.
Good manager.
No, mate, good.
Good
no,
manager,
no.
Rossigna.
Good point.
Final game at Strasbourg, 1-1.
Yeah, good point, mate. Don't knock Nice. I've seen Nice, mate. Yeah, they've got a good team, a young team.
Shambles.
Right, see you Monday.
Thanks for all your calls over the last 2.5 hours. We're back on the Sports Bar Monday, 10 p.m. No doubt reacting to Liam Rossigna's appointment. But don't go anywhere, though. Up next, the Ali Pally, the final of the 2026 PDC World Darts Championship coming up.